Vanfar Indians on the line, a freshman, number 52, Morgan Rago, a junior, number 56, Case Stafford, a junior, number 68, Easton McAfee, a junior, number 79, Dominic Blackwell, and a junior that's all of them. At wide receiver, a junior, number 80, Dalton Bailey. At the other wide receiver, a senior, number 5, Latrell Wright. At running back, number 2, Bryson Lay. Another running back, Garrett Schmidt, number 7, and Gage Gibson. And at quarterback, number 11, Tony Garland. And we'll take a break. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
It's time again for your annual mammogram, and Pike County Memorial Hospital is here for you. Now, state-of-the-art 3D mammography is closer to you than ever before. Receive the highest quality mammograms and bone density scans from our certified technologist right here in Pike County. Plus, your records and former scans can easily be transferred to us so we can keep everything up to date. It's state-of-the-art technology and the quality care you can count on right in your own backyard. For more information, go to pcmh-mo.org.
Compare the bottom line, and you'll find shocking everyday low prices at County Market in Vandalia. Never pay more than you need to. Get the best weekly specials every time you visit. Check out their wonderful deli department and let the friendly staff help with any questions you may have. From steaks to seafood and everything in between, selections are plentiful in every aisle. Enjoy your shopping experience when you visit them. County Market, Highway 54 West, Vandalia.
When it comes to buying or selling real estate, you can count on the professionals at Penrod Real Estate in Louisiana. Serving Pike County and surrounding areas, Penrod Real Estate can find buyers for your home or property and can also assist in helping you find the home of your dreams. Residential or commercial, the friendly folks at Penrod Real Estate invite you to reach out if you're in need of help in any area of the real estate process. Phone 754-6922 or visit the office at 618 Georgia in Louisiana. Penrod Real Estate looks forward to serving you.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
The Indians are coached by John Cleaver. I ought to say it's Vanfar Community R6 as the Bulldogs come onto the field. They co-opted 4 or 5 years ago, and similar to what Clopton-Ellsbury has done. And that's always a good thing when you give young high school kids an opportunity to play.
It is, I tell you what, and let's be honest, we were probably surprised that we haven't seen more co-ops around our area. I think it's one of the schools that's in our area is going to 8-man next year. They voted on that, but I can't remember which one it is. Well, it's a northern school, but now I've caught myself short on it. Knox County?
You got it. I was going to let you think about it for a second, but you got it right. So the captains are about to come onto the field as the band plays the fight song for Louisiana High School. Louisiana actually played better defensively last week against Clopton-Ellsbury. Had a chance to get back in that game, got inside the 5-yard line with first and goal on their first possession. In the second half, they were unable to punch it in. The Clopton-Ellsbury defense held and eventually scored again to stretch that game out to the final score of 27-6. North Callaway, the opponent for Vanfar last week, they're a pretty solid club. The big matchup with them next week is they'll host Bowling Green, and what will have conference championship implications. Assuming North Callaway gets by tonight, and I'm not even sure who they play tonight. I think it's Wright City, if I'm not mistaken. Captain's out on the field. They send one captain to the center these days in the COVID world, Tony Garland from Vanfar, and big number 52, Riley Perrine for Louisiana. The officials for tonight's game, the referees Henry Gunsaw, the umpire James Jett, head linesman Jerry Isom, line judge Donald Whitaker, and back judge Tim Fessenden. They're from the northeast Missouri, west central Illinois area. I talked to them a little bit before the game. They're officials observer, an old buddy of mine's in the house tonight, Nathan Chitwood, sitting here in the press box.
Is that who we do all of our complaining about some area officials to?
Yeah. Okay. He should at least brought us some food and some drink or something.
I mean,
let him in the press box.
Well, and with the way we put up with some of these officials, Jim Ross.
Looks like Bowling Green has won the toss, and they'll defer to the second half.
Bowling Green?
Bowling Green. Did I say Bowling Green?
You did say Bowling Green. I thought maybe we were at a different ball game.
Bowling Green on my mind from softball last night. Okay, we are at Louisiana.
We are at Louisiana.
And Louisiana will kick off from our right to our left on your radio dial. They're in their home red jerseys with gray sleeves, white pants, and the helmet. They've changed it a little bit. Instead of having a bulldog, they've got their number on it. Went back old school. Van Far in their road whites with black and gold pants, black helmet. And we're about ready to go here. And Louisiana really does want to play defense first and see if they can get things going on the defensive side of the football, which is where they've had some issues. They didn't play too bad last week offensively, with the exception of 6 turnovers. They got to hold on to the football.
Got to hold on to the football, yeah.
We talked about that in the pregame keys of the game. Take care of the football and stay away from the yellow flag. And usually good things happen if you win the turnover battle. And they lost it last week, and as a result, they lost the football game.
Well, I guess technically, the good news is Louisiana's facing a team that, as you mentioned earlier in the pregame, has only played 2 games. So it's not like they've gotten into their full rhythm yet. They don't have a month of playing under their belt. So. Well,
and they're also playing a team that's kind of in a similar situation. Hasn't won a ton of games as of late, and they're looking for their first win this year. Similar size, similar numbers. And so we'll see how it goes. Looks like big number 77, Jordan Luck's going to kick it away for Louisiana. Back deep is number 2, and that is Bryson Lay for Van Far. He's a running back. And we'll see if Louisiana wants to kick it deep. They did a lot of onside kicking last week. This is going to be a pooch kick into the open area. Hits it about the 32 and picked up and goes straight out of bounds. Latrell Wright, I should say. And that's where Van Far will take over. No return as he caught it and immediately stepped out of bounds. And that's where they'll start with their first offensive play. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 31-yard line. Louisiana will play 5-2 probably on defense, maybe into a 4-3 from time to time. And Van Far's old school. They run the wing tee.
Wing tee.
Yeah, they'll have 3 guys, 2 guys in the backfield and a guy on the wing one side or the other. Usually that means a lot of motion, some different stuff. They're all packed in. Louisiana's packed in the box. Just a single receiver. They'll run it right up the gut first play. And Lay runs tough all the way out near the 40-yard line on his first carry. He's going to pick up 9. So a good start, or straight up the gut for the Van Far Indians.
Well, and I tell you what, Jim, as someone who complained enough about it, I'm actually kind of happy to see that Van Far is under center.
They are. You don't see that a lot.
You don't see that a lot.
You won't see that a lot from Louisiana either. Same formation, same play. Off left tackle, Lay's got some room to run again. He's out across the 45. He'll have a first down, give him another 5 yards. And just like that, Van Far with their first down and near midfield.
Go ahead.
We played about a minute.
And, Van Far, Louisiana's going to have to find a way to clutter that up in there. They're going to run it straight down to the end zone.
So far, that's been the plan. Let's see if they do the same thing. Same play again. They haven't stopped it yet. Lay nearly breaks it. Now he does get away. He's inside the 30, down to about the 25. Still on his feet, down to the 22. So a big gain that time by running back Bryson Lay. We'll see where they're going to mark it. About 35 yards, 34 yards on the carry that time. Big runs, tough running by Bryson Lay. So the skeletons of defense already haunting Louisiana. Same play again. They haven't run anything different. It's all off tackle. A little misdirection action up front. And this time Bowling Green stops it after a gain of about 3. For Lay, it'll be 2nd and 7. Ball on about the 18-yard line. Maybe the 19. Not the best angle for us. Sun's gone down. It's cooled off. Great night for football. So come on.
Oh, it's a beautiful night. Beautiful night. And got to give some love to the you said Bobcats earlier. Now you got me there. The Bulldog Boosters with an amazing concession stand going on.
They always do that. Straight dive play that time by Garrett Schmidt. And he'll pick up first down yardage from the 19 down to about just outside the 10. So we'll give him 9 on the carry. Yeah, Chris Stark, our corner.
Let me tell you,
chef tonight.
He is, and he did an excellent job.
By order for you.
By order, and that's, I can't tell him how much I appreciate that.
They faked the handoff inside that time, and Garland will keep it and try to go around the end. He may have got back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what no, it's going to be no gain on the carry. Garland's first carry of the game, so it'll be second. They can get a first down. It'd be inside the 1 yard line if they did it, but 2nd and 10. As we're in the first quarter, no score. 9:40 to play here in the first. First possession of the game by either club, Van Far driving. Out of the wing tee, they'll hand it off to Lay again. Same play off left tackle. They stack it up a little better that time. He's going to get it across the 10-yard line. Looks like they'll mark him at about the 8. So we'll give him 2, and it'll be 3rd and 8 from the 8.
I tell you what, Louisiana seems to be making a few adjustments here in the red zone area, but they're going to – I have a feeling we're going to see a run game all night tonight from Van Far.
I think so, too. 53 yards on the first series by Lay by himself.
Yeah.
Add on Schmidt's 9 yards. And, yeah, it's been all – I don't think Van Far traditionally throws the ball a whole lot this year. Let's see if down here at the goal line they want to do a little play-action pass stuff. And see if Louisiana bites. They're going to pitch it this time to Lay. He turns it upfield, gets across the 5 and down to about the 3, and it'll be 4th down.
So we're going to do something. They're going to have to do something different here on this 4th and 3.
Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 2, so we'll give him 6 on the carry, and it'll be 4th and goal. Well, it actually be 4th, and like I said, he can actually get a first down at about the half-yard line. But for all intents and purposes, 4th and goal for Van Far. Let's see if the defense can hold for the Bulldogs on this homecoming night. They're going to pitch it and try and get Lay outside. He's going to be hit and stopped. He will not make it as the defense comes. Big hit by the linebacker. Couldn't tell who it was. Looks like it may have been Jacob Gray in on the tackle, and Lay got up in the air and got flattened. So the defense holds, and the Bulldogs will take over deep in their own end.
And I tell you what, we're wasting no time. Already everybody on the field ready to go.
8:04 to play in the first for the Dogs. Luis Manjarez will start at quarterback out of the shotgun, standing in his end zone. I told you, you won't see him under tackle very often. Hands it off to Harrison, straight up the gut, and he'll get it out near the 10-yard line.
So at this point, Louisiana's saying, okay, it worked for you. Let's see if it works for us.
Looks like they'll mark it at the 9, so we'll give Harrison 7 on the carry. Good run by him. He did the bulk of the ball carrying last week.
And that's what I was going to say. When I was down here watching him play against the South Callaway earlier this year, I mean, he was just a beast. He basically put the Bulldogs on his back in the fourth quarter and said, come on, we're getting in the end zone one more time before this game's over with.
Manjarez is going to keep it on the quarterback draw, and let's see where they're going to mark it. Well, they're going to say he got to the 10, so he'll pick up a yard on his first carry, and it'll still be 3rd and a long 2 for the Bulldogs with 7:17 to play here in the first. Spread out this time, 3 wide receivers to the left, single to the right, and Van Far jumps offside. Big number 79, Dominic Blackwell. He's a big boy, too.
He is.
Didn't watch the football that time.
Good news is it makes it easy to see.
He sticks out, doesn't he?
As a mom who had a big offensive lineman, yep, they do. And we moms are happy about that. We don't have to squint and look.
Exactly. That'll give them a first down for the Bulldogs. And now they'll fake the run. Manjarez will keep it, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage maybe, which is the 15 yard, just shy of the 15-yard line. Well, it looks like they may give him 1. So 2 carries by Manjarez for 2 yards. He had a couple big runs last week against Clopton-Ellsbury. As Louisiana brings in a few subs, they'll go twins to the right, single receiver to the left. Harrison in the backfield with Manjarez this time as they look at their wristbands. And they'll go, and Manjarez is going to keep it on the quarterback sweep. He's got some room out across the 20 near the 25. And
it'll be close.
May have the first down if they give it to him at the 25. And it looks like they will. So
first down.
Gain of 11 that time. Good for the first down.
And, Jim, I think that, some people who might be quick to criticize, some struggling teams, the big thing here is that they're building these programs. And big number one for Louisiana Bulldogs is they have numbers. That's something they've struggled with over the last several years. And so, it doesn't matter at the end of the it does matter the score at the end of the game, but you can always take away the positive that you're building something because more kids are participating.
Pass out to Washington in the flat. He breaks a tackle. He's out across the 35 and gets knocked out of bounds at about the 37. So from the 25 to the 37, a 12-yard gain on that pass and catch from Manjares to Washington. First pass of the game. And it's good for another first down. Most importantly about that, Marianne, is you know what?
We're playing.
Getting to play football.
Yes.
That's the big thing.
I always feel like when I say it, though, I feel like I'm sour grapes here. But, no, I cannot tell you how happy I am that high school football and high school sports in general are being played this fall.
Harrison on the sweep gets a big burst of energy across the 45-yard line. Looks like they'll mark it at about the 46 maybe. Give him a gain of 8.
Mason Washington coming back into the basketball. I'm already into December.
I'm in Bowling Green and you're in the gym.
I am. So we apologize to listeners. We do know where we're at. It comes onto the field.
Out of the shotgun once again. They'll hand it off to Harrison. He cuts it inside. He's got some space. Breaks a tackle at the 50. Spins. Gets out down to the 46 of Van Farr. And he'll have another first down for Louisiana. 9 yards on the carry for Harrison.
In our defense, we're not used to seeing Mason Washington on the field. This is his first year playing football.
That is true. There are a couple guys that are
there are several of them.
First time of playing football.
Coach Gregory Pitzer said he took some begging and some pleading, but finally got him out there, and all of them so far are excited that they did it.
Little play action pass that time, and Manjares overthrew Chapman. Was open, but a little too tall for him and falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Ball at the Van Farr 46-yard line, and we're down to 5:06 already to play in this first quarter, just the second pass of the game. So the clock goes pretty quick when you run it all the time.
Well, that's what I was going to say. We've been really lucky. We've had some pretty quick games here this year. Maybe not with softball. They seem to drag on a little bit, but with football, they have been very quick.
Manjares will take the snap. He'll run on the right sweep on his own. Gets inside the about the 40-yard line, looks like, where they're going to knock him down. See if they mark it at the 45. If so, it'll be a gain of 6. That's exactly what they're going to do. And it'll be 3rd and about 4 for the Dogs. Down to 4:42 as the clock continues to run.
Is that Caps coming off?
Caps comes out. Washington returns. And they've got Quincy Hutt and Chapman on the left side, Washington to the right, and they'll run it right up the gut to Harrison this time. He'll get close to first down yards. We'll have to see where the spot is. Looks like he might be about a yard short. We'll give him about 2 on the carry.
So Caps is going to return.
And it'll be 4th and 1. Certainly in 4-down territory from the 37-yard line of Van Farr. Kind of important play for Louisiana, trying to keep this drive going. And Manjares is going to keep it. He picks his way, and he's going to get across the 35-yard line, and he'll have a first down. They're going to mark it. Where are they going to mark it? Where are they going to mark it? They're going to mark it at the 34-yard line. So a 3-yard gain by Manjares. Gives him 22 yards on the ground so far. And some reinforcements come in at the wide receiver position for the Dogs. Manjares on first down. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. He's going to throw it deep, and it's underthrown, intended for Will Shepard, who was in the slot position, but slightly underthrown, and falls incomplete. Now Manjares is going to run over and get some instruction from Greg Pitzer, who was a quarterback in his days here at Louisiana High School, graduate of the 2013 class. So let's see what words of wisdom Coach Pitzer gave to our young sophomore quarterback. They'll go trips to the left this time. Clock is stopped, play clock under 10. They're going to have to go in a hurry. 2nd and 10. And they don't get it away. Do they call timeout? They do.
Timeout, all right.
Timeout, Louisiana. 3:44 to 3:34, I should say, to play in the first. No score from Louisiana High School. You're listening to Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated, and Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, you name it, and Ed will tackle it. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Nice crowd on hand here at Louisiana High School. Good crowd from Van Far across the way as well.
And I tell you what, if you wanted to get a view of the helicopter landing and taking off, it is on our Facebook page. We've loaded that video on there for you to go check out, because that was a pretty neat thing.
Pretty awesome stuff. And again, thanks to Air Evac for helping make that happen, and congratulations to Angel.
It's good to see Angel on the field
down
tonight.
on the sideline. He had me confused though. He's got number 3 on. He's got Manjars' jersey on. I'm like, did Manjars get hurt last week? I don't remember it, but he's in his white jersey.
He is. But either way, it's good to see him down there, and best of luck to Angel as he continues his rehab, and we can't wait to see him back in action. Even if it's next year, we're just happy to see him in action.
We're happy to see him walking. Good for him. So here we go after the timeout. 2nd and 10 from the Van Far 34-yard line. Manjara's out of the shotgun, throws a slant pattern. It's too tall, intended for Quincy Hutt, goes through his hands and falls incomplete. So Manjara is 1 for 3 so far through the air, and everything's been a little bit high so far.
So it's probably just working out some nerves, get him calmed down, get a little bit more relaxed back there in the pocket, have some faith in your line to hold it so you can get the ball off there and just do a nice steady throw.
3rd and 10 for the Dogs. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Manjara's going to keep it on the quarterback sweep. Cuts it up inside with some room. Gets across the 25-yard line. He's going to be close to the first
looks
down.
Looks like he's about a yard short.
Looks like they're going to give him 9 and mark it at the 25-yard line, where it'll be 4th and 1. The second 4th and 1 of this drive. Remember, they started on their own 2-yard line. So they look to the sidelines, get the signals, and look at their wristband. If you haven't paid any attention to high school football these days, that's what they do.
It is.
And let's see what the play call is on this important 4th down. Manjara's going to do the same thing. He's going to go to the right this time. Cuts it up. He gets tripped up. Good defensive play that time by Lay, number 2, but Manjara's falls forward and looks like he's going to make it down to the 23-yard line. So a gain of 3, and that'll be good for the first down.
And really, I'm not going to lie, Jim, I would like to see him try to go back to the air again.
Well, the coverage has been decent.
Yeah, they're going to say a first down.
It is a first down from the 23-yard line, out of the shotgun once again. Let's see if they want to give it to Harrison this time. Nope, they're going to put it up. It's going to be a fade pattern into the corner end zone. It's up. Is it caught? It is caught in the far corner of the end zone. Looks like Chapman on the reception from 23 yards out. And the Bulldogs strike first on a really nice throw and a great catch by Tremaine Chapman at the 2:44 mark.
And I tell you what, it was a nice, they aired it out nicely, and he was able to tiptoe it in to make it good, and the Bulldogs get on the board first this evening.
And I imagine, they are going to try and kick it. A left footer, that's Caps. It's high and wide left. So the kick's no good, but Louisiana jumps on top. 2:44 to play here in the first. They lead it 6-0. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Shelter Insurance Agent Frank Wallace in Vandalia invites you to call or stop by soon to ask about shelter services. Proud to serve their friends and neighbors, Shelter Insurance Agency of Vandalia offers auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance, all at reasonable rates with fast, friendly, personable service. Give Frank a call today at 573-594-2235 or stop in at their new location at 610 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Frank Wallace Shelter Insurance Agency. Seek shelter today.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Well, good things on both ends of that play. A great pass from Manjaras, and Chapman with a really good catch in the corner, the deep corner of the end zone on that fade pattern to the corner, and Louisiana jumps out on top. So they'll kick it away again. Jordan Luck will do the honors, lays back deep. I doubt if they kick it deep, it'll be another, well, this is an onside kick. Actually just went off his foot accidentally, I think. And it's not going to make the 10 yards, and so they'll give up great field position. Well, they'll throw the flag because it didn't go 10 yards, and I'm guessing they'll refuse the penalty as the officials get together and chat about it.
And now they do that, I want to remind you the Eagle 102 Game of the Week is brought to you tonight by Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, Lynn's Heritage House, La Crosse Lumber in Vandalia, and Hayden's Motorsports Center.
It is a penalty on the Louisiana kick team, and so they'll give up good field position on their own 58-yard line. That was a 98-yard drive by Louisiana from their own two, their best drive of the year without question.
Right now, here in the first quarter, Bowling Green is also up on Mark Twain 6-0.
Lay breaks it outside him on the first carry from scrimmage. He's going to pick up about 10. Are they going to give him the full 10? They're going to give him 9, it looks like. So Lay doing great work on the ground for Van Far so far in this game. Louisiana has not had an answer with the exception of that 4th and goal on the last series. They pretty much run the same play off left tackle out of this wing tee. Now they'll bring a player in motion, run it straight up the gut that time. And I didn't pick up a number, but I'm going to guess that was Schmidt. Let's see who gets off the bottom pile. It is Schmidt. He'll have a first down. They'll give him about 2 on the carry.
And, of course, enough for another first down for the Indians.
Down to the Louisiana 36-yard line with 2:06 to play here in the first quarter. Louisiana's on top, 6-0.
We'll try to get you some scoring updates during the Cellular Satellite Center halftime report as well, see if we can find out what's going on with Clopton-Ellsbury.
Out of the wing that time. Lay will run it straight up the middle on his mini reverse. And he's going to pick up about 4 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 6.
So that 6-0 score holds true at the end of the first for Bowling Green over Mark Twain against their homecoming night as well.
It's a little bit of a surprise to me.
Yeah. We'll see.
A lot of football yet to be played.
A lot of football.
Handoff again to Lay. He'll go around the right side this time. Gets across the 30. They'll mark him at about the 29. A gain of 3, and it'll be third and 3 from the Louisiana 29-yard line. We're under a minute to play here in the first quarter. $75 yards already on the ground for Lay. They'll give it to him one more time. It's off the left tackle. Find some running room. It looks like he's going to get the first down or be very close, depending on the spot. Let's see the.
Well, I was going to say, I was looking at the official over on the far
head
side.
Linesman comes in. They're going to give it to him.
Another first down. And I tell you what, Jim, you and I were talking about it beforehand. Being under center is, something we don't see very often in area high school football right now. But Van Far hasn't even come out of it.
You don't see it very often
anywhere
except for the pros anymore.
Well, and even some of them you don't occasionally, actually.
So this time they'll pitch it to Lay, and he'll try and run the sweep around the left side. And he'll pick up a yard, maybe 2. As good pursuit. He hadn't had a whole lot of luck running on the outside. Louisiana's got pretty decent speed on the defensive side. They'll give him 1 on the carry. He's made his bread and butter right up the gut. So far off tackle one side or the other. Down to 6 seconds. I think they'll wait until the quarter ends. And that's the way the first quarter will end. Your score, the Louisiana Bulldogs 6, the Van Far Indians nothing. We'll have the second quarter for you right after this on Eagle 102.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home, insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MERC Mobile, mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile bank accounts from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Van Far on the move after the onside kick went awry. They got possession at the Louisiana 47-yard line. They're down to the 24 as we prepare to start the second quarter. They'll have 2nd and 9. Louisiana on top, 6-0 on a 23-yard touchdown pass from Luis Benjaraz to Tremaine Chapman, the only score of the game so far. So out of the wing tee, here comes the Van Far Indians once again. Garland's under center. He's got Schmidt and Lay in the backfield with him. He'll have, and we've got a whistle. Going to have a false start or somebody in the neutral zone. Let's see what it is. It is a false start. First penalty that amounts to yardage of the game for either club. Louisiana had that illegal procedure on the kickoff, but no yardage assessed there.
You know, go ahead.
No, that's fine.
I was going down and looking at Van Far's roster, and basically it's seniors, freshmen, and a couple juniors.
Yeah.
I don't know where the sophomores are.
I think they're going to lose 5 or 6 seniors, so they're going to have a little rebuild. They lost a bunch of seniors last year because we had senior night over there.
Yes.
On 2nd down, Garland's going to look to throw it for the first time, and he's going to be sacked. As Ryan Capps corrals him, and then he's finished off by Riley Perrine. Big loss on the play, all the way back to the 38-yard line. As the first tackle for a big loss in the game by either club, so it's going to be 3rd down and Audrain County for Van Far.
And like you said, that was the first attempt on a pass by the Indians this evening, and so I'll be anxious to see if they attempt that again anytime soon.
3rd and 24 to be exact. Good pursuit that time by the Dogs. Big play on defense. So now what are they going to want to do?
Right up the middle.
It's a 2-down territory. I'm sure they're going to run a reverse. And he's got some room down the right sideline. He cuts it back inside. He's going to have a first down inside 5 and nearly in for the touchdown as Latrell Wright, the little trickery play from the 44-yard line all the way down to the, where are they going to mark it?
Looks like almost on the 1-yard line.
About the 3.
3, okay.
So 41-yard run that time.
By Wright.
On the reverse by Wright. Gets Van Far in business. As they'll have 1st and goal from the Louisiana 3. Boy, the pursuit came and nobody stayed at home on the far sideline. And he had a sideline of green grass once he made the turn. Under center, they'll hand it straight up the gut to Schmidt. And did he get in?
Well, I haven't seen the doubles yet. It looks like maybe stopped on the 1-yard line.
That's what it looks like. We're not exactly at the best angle. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 2. So a gain of 1 for Schmidt on his 3rd carry of the night. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Louisiana held in this situation in the first quarter. Let's see if they can stiffen up here. They'll hand it off to Lay this time. And he's going to be stopped again, I believe.
Looks that way.
Don't see any.
It has to be within inches, right? I mean, again, from the angle we have, it's a little difficult, but
it's hard to tell. There's a pile of people in there for sure. They're going to mark it at the 1. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line for Van Far. Keep pounding it up the middle, right?
That is right.
they got a play action option up the middle, then pitch it, they'll walk in for the touchdown. Don't know if they have that play, though. Garland, and we've got a flag. Oh, boy. Who's that going to be? I'm going to say neutral zone infraction on Louisiana, so that's going to cost them about a yard maybe.
Do they have a yard to give?
If they've got a yard. But nonetheless, it'll be.
Yeah, Van Far has to be exhaling a little bit there, sigh of relief.
Yeah, exactly. So 3rd and 1 now for Van Far with 9:20 to play in the first half. Louisiana on top 6-0. Van Far trying to even things up here. Handoff to Lay. Nope. Garland's going to keep it, and he's going to walk in. They fake the inside handoff, and Garland walks in from 1 yard out, and we're tied at 6.
And we'll, that was a nice play for the Indians on that one. You know, we thought they were going to go wrap the gut. Instead, they just hold on to it and take it right around the end, and next thing you know, we're tied up at 6. They're going to try for the extra point. Oh, no, we're huddling, so.
We're going to go for 2.
We're going to go for 2.
Field goal kickers in these lower levels are at a premium, for sure.
They are.
Out of the wing tee, they fake the handoff, run the same play. Garland keeps it, and he's not going to make it. So the run a fail, and with 9:13 to play in the first half, we are tied 6-all here at Homecoming on Louisiana High School. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Well, a good drive by Van Far, capped by a 3rd and 24 reverse play to Latrell Wright, and he took it 41 yards, got him inside the 5, and they finally punched it in on 3rd down to tie this score at 6-all. Here from Louisiana High School. Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart, glad to have you with us tonight. We're everywhere. We're online. We're on the radio. We're on your phone. We're on
Alexa.
On Facebook. We're on Alexa. We're on, I don't know, what else is it?
Well,
Spotify? Who knows?
Technically, Facebook-wise at this moment, it is just the helicopter landing and the game ball. That ceremony is what you can find on our Facebook page right now if you want to check that out.
And if you haven't seen that, please do.
That was pretty special.
One of the coolest things I've seen for a while.
And you're going to hear Jim Ross and I commentate the whole thing, so that makes it even better, right?
Yeah, actually kind of got me choked up. Little pooch kick, and it's going to be caught and down by an up back. Looks like Ethan Harrison caught that, a young freshman. I'm like, take off and run with it, big boy.
Yeah. Well, Jim, you talk about that. Sometimes when those things happen like that, you can't let parents talk about those things, especially parents of athletes. You get a little teary-eyed, you get a little choked up. You try to talk. And
kind of had me choked up, I can tell you.
Yeah, and me too. And you couldn't talk. I couldn't talk. And we're just sitting there watching it.
Yeah, what do you say? It's just cool. So the Dogs will take over on their own 47-yard line. We're tied at 6. They'll come out in their first series with a single.
Come on.
Nobody in the backfield, actually.
Just drop back and throw one long.
Well, they got trips to the right, doubles to the left, and Manjars is going to honor your request. And he throws it across the middle to Chapman. Caught. The ball came out at the end, and Louisiana falls on it. It looks like maybe Shepard on the recovery. Chapman on the catch is going to be good for 9 yards on the catch. First fumble. Louisiana had problems with that last week as they turned the ball over 6 times and fumbled it 2 other times that they got back in that loss to the Indian Hawks. 2nd and 1. Manjara is going to throw it out here on a wide receiver screen, and we're going to have a penalty. As Hutt makes the catch, he would have had first down yardage, but we're going to have probably holding, blocking the back, something of that nature.
I didn't see pass interference, so.
Don't think it's going to be that.
Well, I didn't either, but where he threw it, I was like, holding against Louisiana.
And they'll mark it off. It looks like they check with Coach John Cleaver from his sideline. And it is a block in the back, actually.
Oh. I apologize. I was looking at their backs, just watching their hand motions.
So they'll mark it from the spot, 10 yards from the spot. So it'll be second and just a hair over 10. We'll call it a short 11 for the Bulldogs, all the way back at their own 46-yard line. On second down, Harrison in the backfield this time with Manjares. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. They look to the sidelines, look like they're going to check off. Still got 9 on the play clock. Manjares moves Harrison to his left now, down to 4, and they snap it. They're going to run the option. Manjares is going to keep it. He'll get out to the 50-yard line, so he'll pick up 4 on the carry, and it'll be third and about 7 for the Dogs as we're down to about 8:10 to play here in the half. And a briskly played first half of football action. Don't forget it's homecoming.
It is homecoming. And, Jim, I'm sitting here thinking as I smell those wonderful fall aromas that we have going on here. It kind of reminds me.
You're smelling that ribeye you ate earlier.
Ribeye. Thinking about the biscuits and
Chris
gravy.
Is still over there eating, cooking ribeyes,
I know.
too.
Thinking about the biscuits and gravy the Bulldog Booster Club is going to be serving tomorrow morning at the Bulldog Invitational Tournament, softball tournament.
Manjar is going to fake the handoff to Harrison, pulls it out and keeps it. Picks up another 5. They'll mark it at the 45, so it'll be fourth. And a long 2. Looks like they'll give him 4 on the carry. And they'll go for it from the Van Far 45-yard line. So this is a big play as well, as they gave up good field position on that last kickoff. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right, Harrison in the backfield. And Jarrett's on a long snap count. Looks to the sideline, and Louisiana's going to call timeout. We'll take a break as well. 7-11 to play in the first half. We're tied at 6. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
6-all our score. Louisiana with a 4th and 2 coming up after the timeout from the Van Far 45-yard line. You got any scores?
I do. Well, I do not. In fact, I was just getting ready to compliment our Eagle 102 Game of the Week sponsors, which happen to include County Market in Vandalia, Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, along with Shelter Insurance, Frank Wallace agent.
Our 2 scores, a 23-yard touchdown pass from Manjares to Chapman at the 2:44 mark of the first quarter. Then that drive, a 98-yard drive, and then after a 3rd and 24 long run by Latrell White for Van Far, Garland went in from 1 yard out, the 9:13 mark. Both extra points or runs for 1 extra point and run for conversion failed, and it's 6-all. And here we go on 4th down. Now we've got a whistle and another timeout. And then, so after the timeout, I'm guessing the team didn't listen to what Coach Pitcher told him, so he burns his 3rd timeout of the half with a 7-11 to play. Let's keep it right here. And
we'll pass along a softball score for you real quick.
You
Clopton did have a game this evening where they beat Marion County by the score of 13-0. So, again, we'll continue to update scores this evening after all the games are wrapped up online at kjfmradio.com.
I think you mentioned a while ago there is a softball tournament here at Louisiana.
It is.
Louisiana Invitational. There's games starting at 9 o'clock.
They're playing 2 games at a time.
Again, you were thinking about the food.
I was
thinking
thinking
about the softball.
I know, but they're serving biscuits and gravy tomorrow morning.
That sounds pretty good.
When's the last time you had a booster club make you breakfast or biscuits and gravy? Because I have never had that.
Let's go with never, yeah.
So I think that I have to get up and make a trip down to have biscuits and gravy, and on my way I'm going to swing by and pick up a thing of Krispy Kreme donuts in Bowling Green because the Rotary Clubs are having fundraisers. And
you're good to go.
I'm good to go for the day.
So here we go on 4th down. Let's see if they've got the play right this time. Manjar is going to run to the right side. He's going to get the first down, breaks a tackle at the 40 across the 35, still on his feet down to about the 33-yard line. So a good run by Manjar at that time, 12 yards I should say on the carry. And he picks up the first down, just a student body right with the quarterback running the sweep. And it worked to perfection and gives them a first down at the 34-yard line. Check that 33-yard line of Van Far, and they've still got a shade under 7 minutes to go in this half to punch it in. Trips to the left this time, single receiver to the right. Harrison in the backfield. Straight drop by Benjars. He's going to throw that same fade this time to Quincy Hutt. It's overthrown at the goal line and falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Benjars throws a nice ball. Got a nice spiral to it. He's just a sophomore.
He is.
He's just got to reel in his accuracy a little bit as he's 3 for 6 right now.
And really, Mason Washington, when I watched him in the previous games, he can throw a nice spiral as well, but that's what Coach Gregory Pitzer said is that, just trying to figure out each of them's niche and hone in on that. And again, both of them, I think, basically first-year players. I know Mason Washington is. I'm not 100% sure on the other.
2nd and 10, and Majerus keeps it on the option and goes straight up the middle. Another big gain for the young man. He'll have a first down. Looks like they'll mark it at the 21-yard line. So he'll pick up 12, fake the handoff to Harrison, and carried it for the first down. He's up to 68 yards on the ground so far for the Bulldogs. So they have it just outside the red zone on the 21-yard line of Van Far. Still 6:10 to play in the half. Manjaras hands it off to Harrison this time. He's up the middle, tries to break a tackle, does at the 15, now inside the 10, still pushing. Down to the 5-yard line. Up, they're going to stop him at about the 8, it looks like, as we had a scrum half there. And there's a flag on the play after all that. Came from the head linesman, so it's something on the line of scrimmage. Looks like it's going to be a legal procedure on Louisiana. We'll have to see. It is. So they'll bring that back to the 22-yard line and then mark off 5 to the 27, and it'll be 1st and 15. That's a big penalty.
That was a big penalty after a nice run there, and you made such great ground, and now you got to back it up and do it over again. So let's see. Maybe they found a different angle they could go at this time.
We'll see. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left this time. Harrison in the backfield once again. Manjar is going to try and throw that wide receiver screen to Hutt. He's looking for some space. He's going the wrong way. You got to go north-south, not east and west. He had a little stutter step, and he might have gained a yard if he's lucky. We'll see where they mark it.
And that's something that has really been, struggling with some of the high school players, is running that north to south versus that east to west. You see all the fancy NFL players jumping around and juking and doing things of that nature. Well, in high school, you can't do that yet.
Nope. They'll give him a yard. It'll be 2nd and 14, down to 5:20 to play in the half. And Jars fakes the handoff, keeps it again, goes up the middle, fumbles it, and is Van Far going to come away with it? We'll have to see.
The signal.
They do.
With
go
ahead.
First turnover of the game, and it's a big one at the 5:19 mark, a fumble. As Manjar just wasn't even hit, I don't believe.
It looks like he just slipped and fell. With 1:20 to go in the first half, Bowling Green leads Mark Twain 14-0.
So the turnover bug strikes again for the Bulldogs, and they'll give it up at the Van Far 23-yard line. So 2 bad plays, a penalty that wiped out a nice 15-yard run by Harrison, then a fumble. Gives it back to Van Far, and they'll have time to move it down the field. Hands it off to Lay, off right tackle. Not a lot of space. Broke a tackle, though, at the 25 and stumbles forward out to about the 27, maybe 28-yard line. So after the initial contact, picks up 5. And Van Far back on the move again.
Don't forget, we've got the Cellular Satellite Center halftime report for you coming up at the end of this half. We'll give you some scores that we can find going on in and around the area. Plus, we'll always have a full recap of scores online at KJFMEagle102.net.
On 2nd down. Handoff straight up the gut that time to Schmidt. Not much running room there. May have got back to the line of scrimmage. And he did, so no gain on the carry for Schmidt. And it'll be 3rd and 5 for Van Far. Looks like they might have given him a half a yard, but So we'll give him a yard on his stat sheet. And we'll call it 3rd and a long 4. Ball just shy of the 29-yard line of Van Far. Out of the wing tee, Garland going to keep it himself. Try and run around the right end, cuts it back and gets smoked, and the ball's loose on the ground. And who's going to come up with it? Let's see.
Louisiana seems awfully excited.
Says they've got it. And they do. Man, Garland took a big hit as he tried to cut it back, and he got hit right in the grill and turns it back over to Louisiana with 4:02 to play in the half, and they'll have the possession at the Van Far 31-yard line.
And Louisiana definitely wants to get on the scoreboard here because they have the ball in the second half.
They will get it to start the second half.
So you can get another point here and then get that, or get another touchdown here and then get ball back, start the second half. That's a great football game. Oh.
Manjara fakes, and now he's going to throw it deep. Chapman's open, but it's underthrown, and a nice defensive play as the defensive back got back there. Let's pick that number up, 14. That's Nico's Conaway on a great recovery. Is slightly underthrown. Chapman was all alone as they faked the wide receiver screen and ran Chapman deep. And
I thought Chapman was going to get it after Conaway tipped it there a little bit.
That was a touchdown if it wasn't underthrown. Majaris tends to get a little too much air under those deep balls and big high arcing passes. So it's 2nd and 10 for Louisiana. They'll hand it to Harrison up the middle. Nice move. Now he breaks free. He may go. Oh, he's tripped up by the ankle at the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you what. One big step to avoid that, and he'd have been in the end zone.
That was Lay again on the tackle, but a big gain for Harrison from the 31 down to the, where are they going to mark it? Right at the 15, so a 16-yard gain for Harrison. His biggest so far of the game, and it's 1st and 10 for Louisiana. They'll hand it to Harrison again. Same play, straight up the middle. He'll get it across the 15 down to about the 11-yard line as the clock continues to run. Keep in mind, Louisiana's burned all their timeouts. And it'll be a gain of 4 and 2nd and 6 for Louisiana.
So, Jim, you think we're lining up like we've got a big throw coming here again?
Trips to the left, twins to the right. Nobody in the backfield with Majard. Now he's going to bring Chapman in motion. Jet sweep, going to hand it to Chapman. He is chopped down. Good defensive play again. Was that Lay? Shot at his ankles and made a nice tackle. And I believe that was Lay again on the tackle. And he'll pick up a couple. And it'll be 3rd and 4.
Tell you what, Louisiana's done a nice job of rotating players in and out. Looks like every down that there's 2 more that come in and out.
Chapman's first carry of the game. Manjars is going to take it himself, tries to go up the middle, but good penetration that time by the defensive line. And he's going to lose a yard, it looks like. Maybe a couple. Back to the 10. They're just going to say, he's going to lose 2. And it'll be 4th and 6 from the 10-yard line for Louisiana. Good defensive penetration by the defensive line that time by Van Far. So we're down just under 2 minutes to play here in the half. Louisiana looks to the sideline. What are they going to do on 4th and 6 from the Van Far 10-yard line?
I don't know, but they'll make a liar out of me no matter what I say.
Looks like they're going to throw a crossing pattern. It's caught by Chapman for the touchdown. And Jarras to Chapman from 10 yards out. And it's another touchdown for Louisiana. Good looking play that time. Pass right on the money and on time with 1:41 to play here in the first half. And Louisiana takes a 12-6 lead with the extra point to follow.
And we was wondering exactly what was going to take place there. There's the big throw, and it gets right in there. Now they're going to go for as you mentioned, the extra point, the 2-point conversion on its way.
And they run it up the middle. That's Manjaras on the keeper. The run is good. And the score with 1:41 to play in the first half. Louisiana 14, Van Far 6. You're listening to the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not your typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center and they'll be happy to work with you to get you back to operation as usual. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
All right, we are at Louisiana High School.
I'm trying to add while you're doing that.
Well, hey, you're trying to do that, and I've got my own little issue going on, so we'll see if we can. Seems to be the story of my life tonight.
I'm back. Nice touchdown pass, right on the money. Was the pass from Majaras to Chapman. First time they've thrown inside like that on a slant pattern, and it worked to perfection. Good for the touchdown, and the 2-point conversion run was good, and Louisiana leads it 14-6. Luck to kick it away. This time he gets it in the air. It will have homecoming. Maybe Sheldon Sylvie got in there and hit his arm. That was up for grabs for an interception, but nobody could locate the ball, so it falls harmlessly incomplete at about the 47-yard line. And there's a flag on the play.
Of course there is.
Let's see what the call is. I didn't see it. Must have been in the middle, so I'm guessing it's going to be in the vicinity of holding. No, there's no flag. I guess they picked it up.
They changed their mind.
And it'll be third down. Garland takes a snap, hands it to Lay off left tackle. He breaks a tackle. He's out across the 45, and goodness gracious, good running by Lay. Picks up 10 or 11 and will have the first down. Louisiana on third down has been giving up big yardage in this game, and that's kind of been their Achilles heel if you want to look for something to pick on in this first half. So all the way out to the 46-yard line. Van Far on the move, down to a minute 10 to play in the half. Out of the wing tee, same play. Not a lot of room that time as he's hit immediately. Looks like underneath there was big number 77, Jordan Luck. And a tackle Lay for no gain on the play. And we've got a timeout on the field. We'll step aside as well. 1:02 to play in the first half, 14-6. Louisiana. Listen to the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
If you're looking for full-time employment, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing has several positions available immediately. Applicants must know how to weld, how to drive a skid loader, have reliable transportation, and a good work ethic. Call or text Matt Stone, 573-590-1218 today for details. Again, several full-time openings available now at Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing. Call or text 573-590-1218 today.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
As we are at Louisiana High School, getting ready to wrap up the first half of action. If you're just joining us from Bowling Green High School at the end of the first quarter, is Bowling Green leading Mark Twain 14-0.
Van Far with the ball after their first timeout. And they'll have it 2nd and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Minute 2 to play in the half. Little inside handoff this time to a up back out of the wide receiver slot. That's Gage Gibson. Yep. His first carry of the game.
Looks like he's going to be just a yard or two shy, or maybe he's closer to 3 yards shy of the first down.
And we'll give him 8. And now Van Far will burn their second timeout, and we'll keep it right here with 46 seconds to go. Good first half of play, Marion. Not a bunch of.
It has. We expected a good game between these two. That has been absolutely exactly what they've delivered so far this evening. I look for second half. There's going to be some adjustments that need to be made in the locker room at halftime. I was going to tell you originally that Louisiana's got to figure out how to hold on to the football, but obviously Van Far's going to have that discussion as well.
Yeah, big turnover. Well, back-to-back turnovers basically. One not in consecutive plays, but reasonably close. Louisiana turned it over deep in Van Far territory. Then Van Far returned the favor at the 31, and Louisiana able to convert and go in for the touchdown.
So, we'll see if they can get those cleaned up. But Louisiana's going to have to figure out a way to kind of stop that run. That's all basically Van Far has done this evening. In fact, the one time they tried to throw the football, quarterback got sacked several yards deep.
It'll be a 3rd and long 2. They've got to get to the Louisiana 44-yard line. The ball directly in front of it. It's about halfway between the 46 and 47. They're definitely in 4-down territory. Van Far still has 1 timeout with 46 seconds to play. Louisiana's got to remember to stay in their lanes. The reverse went for a huge yardage on a similar situation. Well, actually, it was a 3rd and a bunch, but a similar spot on the field. And now we've got a flag. And they're going to say it's offside on Louisiana.
Yeah, it looks like they had looking for that blitz to come through there. Maybe got just a little too excited and got in that neutral zone. Crossing that line there, and it's going to give first down honors to Van Far.
5th penalty for Louisiana, but it's a big one, as you said. Gives them first down, keeps the drive alive. Down to the Louisiana 41-yard line. They crank the clock, and it's down to 39 seconds. Van Far, again, still has 1 timeout to use, unless my stats are all messed up. Garland's going to roll out the pass. Going to throw it across into the flat, and it's going to be caught, deflected up in the air, but a nice catch by Wright, and then we have a flag.
You might remember Luttrell from basketball last season. He's got some hops, and he can get up there and get that ball. He also has some speed, so he's been a good addition here to the Van Far squad, and he's definitely made a difference already this evening.
Well, they're looking to the Van Far sideline, so I'm guessing the penalty is going to be on Louisiana. As the referee talks to Coach John Cleaver, I think he's complaining about something with the clock.
Well,
and this is taking way too long.
Want to remind you, tomorrow, as we mentioned, there is the Bulldog Invitational Softball Tournament. We'll continue to update the scores from the tournament tomorrow. If you check out the scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com, we'll pass those along. Of course, we'll always have a full recap of scores for you on Eagle 102 during Eagle 102 Sports.
So they're going to mark off the penalty. We don't know what it is yet.
But it's a big one.
It is a big one. I haven't seen a signal yet.
Nope. Personal foul?
Personal foul, roughing the passer, I think.
That's what it looks like.
Well, it's going to be a 15-yarder and take it all the way down to the 20-yard line. So Louisiana shooting itself in the foot here late in this half with 26 seconds to play. And Van Far threatening from the Louisiana 20. As Coach Greg Pitzer finds out the number, who the culprit was from the white hat referee. And he starts the clock, and we'll go now. Garland's going to roll out the pass again. He's going to throw it up in the air and overthrows the receiver, intended again for Wright. Too tall that time for him. As Garland yet to complete a pass, the one that was completed was wiped out by that penalty. And with 19.1 seconds to play here in the half, it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Louisiana 20. Louisiana wanting to keep Van Far out. Van Far wanting to try and even things up here in the late seconds of this first half. Van Far looks to the sidelines. Play clock's down to 9, down to 8. They're going to have to burn a timeout.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Quarterback's still over on the sideline.
Timeout there. He just threw it up there.
And he calls a timeout. So let's take our last break, we hope, before half. It's 14-6 Louisiana. Listen to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Lynn's Heritage House isn't your average senior living facility. At Lynn's, residents have an abundance of social and recreational activities, including trips to the Twin Pike Family YMCA, numerous craft projects, and even the occasional day trip around Pike County. As a resident, you can enjoy the same independent lifestyle you've always enjoyed, but with the peace of mind knowing that help is available when needed. For more information, visit Lynn's Heritage House, 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana, or online at lynsheritage.com.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Well, a little confusion over in the sidelines puts Van Far in a bit of a position. They had to burn their final timeout with 19.1 seconds to play. 2nd and 10 from the Louisiana 20. So if they run the ball or throw a pass and it's caught inbounds without being in the end zone, they'll have a hard time getting back to the line of scrimmage to run a final play. So let's see what Coach John Cleaver's drawn up for the Van Far Community R6 Indians. They've been in the wing tee all night. Garland's been under center, and he's got Schmidt and Lay in the background. He's going to drop back to pass, looks across the middle, and it's
broken up in there.
Pretty good defensive play by Quincy Hutt as he got a hand in there. It was a high pass. I don't know if it was online or not, but it falls incomplete with 14.1 seconds to play here in the half. So,
all I got to say is from our angle, it looks like Quincy went up and tipped it. Now, whether that's true or not, it looked good from our view.
I would agree. 3rd and 10 from the 20. They'll go quickly now with 14.1 seconds to play. Garland's going to drop straight back. We've got a flag, and across the middle, and it's caught for the touchdown by Wright from 20. Now let's see what the flag is.
The white hat says touchdown. So now if he just wants to go pick up the flag and
the Van Far guys are putting their hands on their heads and
they're walking back.
It's on us.
Yep, they're walking back.
Well, they're saying illegal procedure. I don't know why they didn't kill it. It must have been something weird, but anyway, it wipes out a touchdown. Lucky for Louisiana. Great pass that time by Garland. Good catch by Wright on the same slant pattern that Louisiana scored on their last touchdown. So the penalty will move it back to the 25-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and 15. However, just 9.5 ticks left in this first half. They'll have to put it in the air once again. As I said, they are out of timeouts. Both teams are out of timeouts, as a matter of fact. Out of the wing tee once again. Single receiver, that's right on the out to the right. Garland's going to drop straight back. He's under heavy pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Jordan Luck grabs him, sacks him out at about the 33-yard line, and that's going to do it for the first half of action. And a good half it was, but to the locker room they go with Louisiana on top. 14-6, I should say. They lead Van Far Community R6. Halftime show is next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
This is Kyle Schurter, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
We are at Louisiana High School. It is the Cellular and Satellite Center halftime report for you coming up. We also have homecoming festivities taking place. A quick update from Bowling Green at the half. Bowling Green leads Mark Twain 14-0. They've had their crowning ceremony. Haley Chandler was crowned this year's queen, and Jacob Bone was crowned this year's king. So we're about to see that action go on here in Louisiana. Jim, do you have some stats ready, or you still need a little bit more time?
No, I do have some stats.
See, that's what I said. I said this morning on the Eagle 102 wake up call, the morning show, that you were one of the best in the area. I'm being sincere.
It is getting deep in here.
Jim, I normally don't say nice things about you, so I don't know why you go with this getting deep in here.
Well, let's talk about the scoring first. Louisiana led 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. They had a 23-yard touchdown pass from Luis Monjaraz to Tremaine Chapman. Great catch in the corner of the end zone at the 2:44 mark, and that the kick failed, extra point failed, and that's the only scoring in the first quarter. Louisiana led it 6-0 in the second quarter. I might add that was a 98-yard drive. Van Far scored at the 9:13 mark after having 3rd and 24 from the Louisiana 44-yard line. Ran it all the way down on a reverse with the trail right, got it inside the 1, and finally Garland ran it in from 1 yard out with 9:13 to play in the half. The extra point or 2-point conversion run failed, and we were tied at 6. Couple turnovers. Louisiana turned it over. Van Far turned it over right back to them, and Louisiana was able to punch it in on a nice slant pattern to Chapman from Manjaras from 10 yards out. That was at the 141 mark. And Manjaras' 2-point conversion run was good, and that left us with our score at half of 14-7. Looking at the offensive statistics, as the team, Louisiana has 169 total yards on offense, 114 on the ground, 55 through the air on 5 from 8 passing by Luis Manjaras. For Van Far, they've got 159 yards all on the ground. They're 0 for 4 through the air, so a total of 159 yards. And looking individually, Bryson Lay leads them, 15 carries for 96 yards. Of course, Wright with the big run of 41 yards. For Louisiana, a little more balanced running as Manjaras rushed it 12 times for 66 yards, while Harrison Wyatt ran it for 46 yards on 6 carries. So that gets you up to speed on all of these statistics in the first half of action.
All right. Well, I tell you what, let's take a break. We're going to keep the video rolling with the updates going on here as homecoming festivities take place. When we return, I'm going to get Jim Ross's thoughts on the adjustments that need to be made in halftime. All that for you more coming up as you're listening to the Eagle 102 Game of the Week on KJFM Radio.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. I'm State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock, and I'm ready to help you save. Call me today at 573-754-5575 or visit us in Louisiana, just a block up from the river. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Well, the homecoming coronation is going on, and you see a number of football players out there. And all the girls are all dressed up in their Sunday go-to-meeting dresses.
I'm pretty sure those aren't the Sunday dresses, Jim. I'm pretty sure those are party dresses. I'm not going to lie to you.
Does anybody really dress up for church anymore? Where I go to church, not so much.
Not like that, they don't.
Well, and Mary Ann's going to find out who the queen ends up being when this is all over with. That's something very interesting going on is coming across the field is Riley Perrine. He's got a girl on each arm.
On each arm, there you go.
He's rocking it with two of them. That's pretty cool. We've got some scores for you at halftime. You had the Bowling Green score.
14-0, they lead at the half over Mark Twain.
Most of these are halftime scores or late in the first half. Macon leads Brookfield 15-6. That is at half. Late in the first half, South Callaway over Clopton-Ellsbury 21-0. Hannibal at half over Mexico 12-7. Marceline over Paris 32-0. In the big CCC game, Monroe City leads Palmyra 14-6. That's at half. And a little bit of surprise, Centralia leads Clark County 28-6 at half. South Shelby over Carrollton, 12-7. That's interesting. They were supposed to play Highland.
Yeah, but Highland and Canton
they got COVIDed.
They did. The Rona got them.
It was homecoming for South Shelby, so Carrollton drove all the way from Carrollton to South Shelby to play the game so they could go ahead and have their homecoming. So congrats to Carrollton for that. North Shelby in the big 8-man matchup against number 4 North Andrew. North Andrew leads that 28-12. That's late in the first half. And Troy trails Francis Howe 36-7. That is also at half. Troy's got a pretty good club this year, but they haven't beat, I was reading in one of the papers, they haven't beat Francis Howe in like forever in football.
I know a couple area schools that have that issue.
For sure. So that's all the scores I see right now. That's pretty much most of them. Right?
Well, that is pretty much most of them. I still get a kick out of a few Saturday games that take place that I don't know why it takes me off guard that I do that, but it does. I think is Troy playing tonight? Or did you hear that? Did you get that one?
They're playing tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You told me to pay attention to who's crowned queen and queen. Okay. I can't even speak, so it doesn't matter.
I know. I can't let you do two things at once, or the whole thing blows up.
It does. It does. I will say kudos to Louisiana still for having the little Mr. Miss or the little King and Queen bring out the sash and the crowns.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff.
That is pretty cool stuff, and they look so handsome and cute.
Don't they, though? They must be kind of scaredy because they've got adults with them, right?
Well, I mean, if I saw those big football players out there, I probably wouldn't want to go.
I think that's retiring Queen Autumn Castina out there, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure who.
Jacob Gray is the king.
I'm not sure who the retiring king is.
Well, they're going to provide us the information.
They are,
with
okay.
It all. Yes,
so
they
I'll
are.
Just be quiet.
Well, I don't know about that.
So Jacob Gray, the king.
Yes, and it takes a little while to get that sash on over top of the.
And a drum roll to see who. Oh, they may always make them put on those corny crowns. They do that about everywhere we go, isn't it?
Do you not like Jim? Were you not homecoming king? Did you not get to wear
a
corny
crown? They didn't have crowns back in those days. What are you talking about? We were lucky to have clothes.
Aubrey Wendell.
Aubrey Wendell is the queen.
So there you go.
You're going to write that all down, right? Oh, they're going to give it to you. Yeah, I know. You're trying to cheat.
I am.
So we've got the king and queen name. We've given you the stats. So let's take a break at tonight's homecoming halftime show, and we'll be back to kind of set up the second half for you after this on Eagle 102.
Cellular Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
La Crosse Lumber Company in Vandalia offers a wide variety of products and services that are designed to meet your residential and commercial needs. This includes lumber, electrical supplies, windows, doors, paint, siding, insulation, power tools, and more. Drafting and delivery service is also available. La Crosse Lumber Company in Vandalia has special project pricing and always offers free estimates. La Crosse Lumber in Vandalia. the oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873.
If it's time to ride or time to work, it's time to visit Hayden's Motorsports Center in Frankfort. Time to ride with Honda and Polaris ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. Time to work with Steel and Husqvarna chainsaws, weed eaters, leaf blowers, and more. There isn't a friendlier or more knowledgeable staff than those at Hayden's. If you need help at work or at play, let Hayden's Motorsports Center be your one-stop shop for the most fun and hard-working power sports equipment in the area. They're always ready to help. Hayden's Motorsports Center, just off Highway 61 North in Frankfort.
Compare the bottom line and you'll find shocking everyday low prices at County Market in Vandalia. Never pay more than you need to. Get the best weekly specials every time you visit. Check out their wonderful deli department and let the friendly staff help with any questions you may have. From steaks to seafood and everything in between, selections are plentiful in every aisle. Enjoy your shopping experience when you visit them. County Market, Highway 54 West, Vandalia.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Got about 7 minutes to go in half, and then they'll tack another 3 minutes on for stretching and the like. And you've got all the official homecoming information, don't you?
I do, but real quick, Bowling Green just scored again. They are now leading 20-0.
Is that still in the first half?
No, this is start the second half.
Start the second half, okay.
Let's see here. So we mentioned our homecoming king is Jacob Gray. Our homecoming queen is Aubrey Wendell. I was looking for Faith Rule and Cody Love are who presented. That was last year's.
Oh, it was?
It was.
So that wasn't Autumn Castillo.
That was not Adam, not even a little bit.
Yeah, she'll love me giving her some.
Well, I mean, we gave her some love.
That's
yeah, I was looking to see.
I'm a year ahead of time, I guess.
The crown bearers for tonight were Sawyer Griffin and Joshua Booth.
All right.
So there you go.
Cool.
Is that all the information we needed?
I don't know.
We should.
Well, you got a whole notebook full of stuff there.
It says Sawyer, but over here it says Sophia. So I think her name was Sophia. Either way, probably should throw a little bit of love to Mrs. Griffin, being that she's Ryan's daughter. She needs all the help she can.
There you go.
She can get. Well, this was provided
Sophie.
by
I think she actually goes by Sophie. Yeah.
Sophie.
Now that you say that, now I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Sophie.
Yeah, Sophie.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, even when I think I'm right, I'm still wrong. Story of my life.
Well, it's always fun for the kids, and like I said, a really nice crowd on hand here tonight. Of course, it looks like halftime after the queen crowning, some of them are leaving. How can you leave at a 14-6 football game? We've got a doozy going here.
No kidding. But I tell you what, tell us what adjustments we think that's going to be needed made here in the second half.
Well, both teams want to handle the football. For one, in Louisiana, they had 5 penalties, and a couple of them were pretty crucial, and they were lucky it didn't cost them points. They had 6 penalties totaling 26 yards. Both teams had a turnover. So, Louisiana's going to try and pound the inside and stop the run, fill the box up and force Van Far to throw the football because, like I said, all of their yardage is on the ground. And, of course, Bryson Lay with 96 yards in the first half on 15 carries has done the bulk of the work for Van Far. Louisiana, just offensively, it's been pretty balanced. They're 114 on the ground, 55 from the air.
And really, with the in the air yardage, they had a couple really good passes. They were just either a little too tall or a little short, or they would have had massive. This score would be much different.
It's been pretty even, and in a game that's pretty even like this, you sit back and wait for something big to happen. A big play. We did have the big run by Wright on the 3rd and 24 that got them down the 41-yard run that got them inside the 5-yard line. That's the biggest play or longest play from scrimmage so far tonight by either club. But he didn't get in for the touchdown, and it took them a while to get it in. In fact, they were helped by an offside penalty to get them inside the 1 by Louisiana. And so clean up the penalties. Both teams just 1 turnover apiece, although Louisiana put it on the ground one other time and got it back. But it's just been even. And it's going to be who's the bigger man here in the second half.
Well, and very well could come down to who has the ball last, too.
It could. Speaking of that, Louisiana will get it to start the second half, so that's good news for the Bulldogs. We've got about 3:30 to go here in the the halftime, and then they'll tack another 3 minutes on. And most of the time you hear me complaining about that 3 minutes, but for Louisiana, with the queen crowning taking so long, those guys are going to need that extra 3 minutes.
Let's look at this, though, with the queen crowning. Isn't that the queen up there directing?
Kind of looks like it.
And she climbed up those stairs
with
in
that
heels
dress on?
and that dress.
That's the easy part.
Yeah, the coming down is going to be the hard part. Yeah.
If you're just joining us, we had one of the coolest things I've ever seen in a football game. In the pregame, the Air Evac brought in the game footballs plus a signed football by the Air Evac team. And Angel Uloa, who was injured in a car accident about 2 months ago, that Air Evac team actually life-flighted him from the scene to the hospital.
Yes.
And they brought in the game football, and Angels rehabbed enough. He was able to walk out under his own power and accept the game football along with the football signed by the Air Evac team that helped save his life. And it was a cool thing. And she's gonna take her shoes off to come out down the steps.
You go, girl. If you want to see what we're talking about, just head over to the KJFM Eagle 102 Facebook page. The video from that is on there, so that you can watch it, you can share it. We'll have more on that story and on this game later this evening on KJFMradio.com.
It's not just every day you see a helicopter fly and land on the 50-yard line of the football field.
Yeah, no kidding. And then they kind of played with it a little bit as they were taking off. They did a little half turn. It's almost like they curtsied.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Well, let's take our last break of the halftime show, and we'll be back with the second half after this on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
When it comes to buying or selling real estate, you can count on the professionals at Penrod Real Estate in Louisiana. Serving Pike County and surrounding areas, Penrod Real Estate can find buyers for your home or property and can also assist in helping you find the home of your dreams. Residential or commercial, the friendly folks at Penrod Real Estate invite you to reach out if you're in need of help in any area of the real estate process. Phone 754-6922 or visit the office at 618 Georgia in Louisiana. Penrod Real Estate looks forward to serving you.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated, and Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, you name it, and Ed will tackle it. Just call 573-324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Shelter Insurance Agent Frank Wallace in Vandalia invites you to call or stop by soon to ask about shelter services. Proud to serve their friends and neighbors, Shelter Insurance Agency of Vandalia offers auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance, all at reasonable rates with fast, friendly, personable service. Give Frank a call today at 573-594-2235 or stop in at their new location at 610 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Frank Wallace Shelter Insurance Agency. Seek shelter today.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Well, we do have a baseball score of relative interest. The Cardinals fighting to try and get in a playoff spot here in this shortened season in a very important 5-game series with Milwaukee, which they won last night. First game, however, they're playing a doubleheader today. Milwaukee wins the first game 3-0. Second game's probably about to get underway if it hasn't already started.
Well, we'll give you another update from Bowling Green. They have a 3:23 left in the third, and right now Bowling Green's leading Mark Twain 28-0.
Here it's 14-6, Louisiana on top with the 23-yard pass from Luis Manjares to Chapman in the first quarter, and then another pass to Chapman on the 10-yard slant. And they're actually the 2-point conversion was good to make it 14-6. 1-yard run by Garland at the 9:13 mark in the second quarter. The singular score for the Van Fart Community R6 Indians. And I guess we can talk a little bit about softball while we got a second or two. Give a little promo out to the Louisiana Bulldog Invitational if I can find the bracket.
Well, it's real easy. All you have to do is go to kjfmradio.com or to the on the app. Just click the scoreboard page, and it has the first round games listed for you already.
Or you can pull it up on my phone. Making the 1 seed will play Louisiana. That game's at 10:30. Ellsbury and Clopton, the 4-5 seeds. They'll square off at 9 o'clock. Silex, the 2 seed. Knox County, the 7 seed. That game will be at 10:30. And Monroe City, the 3 seed. Van Far, the 6 seed. They'll play at 9 o'clock. If you haven't been over there, the small field has been renovated. They've put new fence, moved the backstop back, made that a little bigger.
It's nice. They've done a very nice job.
Yeah, so I'm guessing the infield probably still needs a year of seasoning to get up to speed, but 2 quality fields now and a nice full field of softball teams for the premier tournament for Louisiana High School this year. So,
and I tell you what, if you are looking for your sports fixed tomorrow, that is the place to be. They're going to have lots of softball for you. You know they're going to have a great concession stand because the Louisiana Bulldog Booster Club is putting it on, and you can head down there and check out some great softball. There's other things going on around the area tomorrow as well. All you have to do is go to the events page at kjfmradio.com or download the KJFM radio app on your phone, and you can scroll through there and kind of keep up to date that way as well.
Yeah, Louisiana's concession stand for years has been top shelf, and you had to experience one of those ribeye steak
I had not
sandwiches.
had the ribeyes. I've had the dog pile, which I really like.
Oh, the dog piles. After the softball game the other night we did on Tuesday night, I took one of those home with me.
I bet you did.
And one of those really good Nathan's
hot dogs,
quarter-pound jobbies.
Yeah.
Boy, they're to die for.
Yeah, and as we mentioned before, as Jim likes to make fun of me because I like to talk about food, the Bulldog Booster Club is doing biscuits and gravy tomorrow morning. So you know what? Even if you don't want to come down for softball, but you don't want to cook breakfast, come down and get some biscuits and gravy.
And if you can track Marianne down, she's also going to have Krispy Kreme donuts from the Rotary and Bowling Green.
I am.
She's going to have all kinds of food to eat. So we're ready to go here in the second half. The pooch kick from Van Far is in the middle. Somebody from Louisiana might want to cover that, and they finally do. Not in any big rush, I might add, as Wyatt Harrison falls on it at the 37-yard line, and so that's where Louisiana will start the second half. They lead at 14-6.
Both teams looking for their first win of the season.
Very important first win, maybe jumpstart the season for whoever comes out on top. They'll come out with twins to the left, twins to the right. Manjars at the quarterback, Harrison in the backfield to his right, out of the shotgun, and they'll hand it off to Harrison right up the gut. And he's on a quick burst, picks up about 8, maybe 9. We'll have to check where they mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 45-yard line, so we'll give him a gain of 8. He had 46 yards in the first half. On the ground, 66 by Manjars. The only other person to carry the ball was Chapman on a jet sweep that only went for 2 yards. On 2nd and 2, here comes the blitz right up the middle. Manjars fumbles the snap, but now he breaks away on a broken play. He's got some space across the 50, the 45, down near the 40.
Tell you what, might try that a couple times.
A lot of times those broken plays like that get the defense out of sync a little bit, and you find some space, and that's exactly what happened. So a big gain that time by Manjars down to the 41-yard line. So 5, 10, 12 yards on the carry. And the Dogs are in business in Van Far territory at their 41. Just underway here in the second half. Again, it's 14-6, Louisiana on top. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left this time, and we've got a flag. Louisiana's had penalty problems tonight. Another false start. Boy, we've had a bunch of those, so that'll cost them 5 yards.
Back her on up.
And it'll be 1st and 15 from the 46-yard line. We've seen mostly Harrison and keepers from Manjars, and Chapman has been the favorite receiver of Manjars, and here comes that wide receiver screen out to Hutt. He breaks a tackle, gets across the 40 down to about the 38-yard line, so picks up the penalty plus a few. Looks like they're going to give him about 9 on the reception. Hutt's second reception of the night. And it'll be second and a long 6 for the Dogs. Out of the shotgun once again. Up the middle to Harrison. Across the 35 down to the 30, and he'll have the first down.
I tell you what, he is quite the workhorse for the Louisiana Bulldogs.
He is, and we've seen him in basketball without the pads, and he's not actually not a big cat.
No.
He's solid. He's solid for sure, and man, he runs hard. He's close to the ground, and he runs hard. He's got 61 yards on the ground so far today. First down for the Dogs. They'll give it to him again. Not a whole lot of room this time. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe pick up a yard.
Definitely trying to make something out of nothing.
As he was corralled by, looked like maybe Bryson Lay on the tackle. They'll give him 1 on the carry. It'll be second and 9 as the clock continues to run. We're just underway. First offensive possession of the second half by either club. And Jars will send twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Harrison to his left in the backfield, and the defense jumps offside. So they'll tack 5 yards on there.
And while they make that move again, want to remind you tonight's Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage is brought to you by Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, Lynn's Heritage House, Lacrosse Lumber in Vandalia, and Hayden's Motorsports Center.
Thank all those sponsors as usual. So the first down the penalty, I should say, makes it second down and 4. Ball rests just inside, it looks like at the 24-yard line. Jar is going to drop back and look to pass. So that same fade route to the corner of the end zone.
Oh,
it's
just
incomplete. Just over
through
the
his
fingertips
hands
of Washington. That worked with Chapman. They just send the receiver on a fly fade right towards the corner back flag of the end zone and just slightly overthrown that time. And it'll be 3rd and 4.
Update from Bowling Green. They end the third with the lead over Mark Twain, 28-0.
9:13 to play here in the third quarter. 3rd and 4 for the Dogs. And Jars is going to take it on the ground, tries to get outside, but the pursuit's there that time. And he won't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a couple. Looks like maybe 2. And it'll be 4th down for Louisiana. They'll go for it deep in Van Far territory. Ball rests on the 26, actually between the 25 and the 26 as a couple new receivers come in. And they'll go twins to the right, twins to the left this time as Will Shepard joins the receiving corps. Mungeres, they sends Harrison in motion. They'll throw the screen pass to him. He makes the catch in the flat, turns it upfield, turns on the Jets. He may go. And he does. He's in for the touchdown. I don't see a flag. 26 yards on the touchdown pass from Manjarez to Harrison. And stretches the lead for the Louisiana Bulldogs.
And we'll give them that play.
Slow developing thing, wasn't it?
We'll give them that play again so they can see all the exciting action there that took place.
You mean you're tuned into this instant replay, too?
I'm trying.
Girl, you're all over it.
I'm trying.
So Louisiana will go for 2. No, actually, they're going to kick it. His Caps comes on at the last minute. I didn't see him out there. And he comes in after the, 26-yard touchdown pass. Caps' kick. He drills that one, and it's up and good. So your score with 8:22 to play in the third. Louisiana Bulldogs 21, Van Far Indians 6. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102. Support the Louisiana Bulldogs with the new Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. This card has all the benefits of a traditional debit card, but every time you use it to make a purchase, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. A convenient, secure way to pay, all while supporting your local school. Stop by Bank of Louisiana today to get your Bulldog debit card. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Well, that's just what the doctor ordered. You get the ball to start the second half. You want to score? And they did just that.
Well, and Bowling Green scored as well as they started the fourth. They now lead Mark Twain 35-0.
Bowling Green's got it going on. They've still got a couple tough games ahead of them.
And they end with Callaway. North and South Callaway are still on their schedule.
Right. North Callaway is next week, I believe, and South Callaway maybe the last game of the year.
No, that's Clopton and Bowling Green.
Clopton Bowling Green, okay.
So I believe.
Forget what I just said.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Caps, or Luck, I should say, to kick it off. It's a pooch kick up in the air, caught by an upback, big number 42. He runs it for about 9 yards. Austin Taylor on the return. Longest return of the game by either team. And so good field position for Van Far Community R6 as they'll start their first possession in the second half from their own 43.5-yard line with 8:18 to play in the third quarter.
So do we assume, Jim, that we're probably going to see a run up the middle?
We're going to see a bunch of running, I'm pretty sure.
That we are definitely going to see a bunch of running.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to bet my paycheck, but I'll bet yours.
Well, someone's going to feel like a bigger loser than me.
And there's exactly what you called off right tackle. And who is it? None other than Mr. Bryson Lay. And he'll pick up about 5 on the carry.
Yeah.
Might give him 6. Nope, they're going to give him 5. Puts him over 100 yards at 101 for the game. 16 carries. 101 yards for Bryson Lay. Second, and we'll call it a short 5 from the Louisiana, from Van Far's 48.5-yard line. And this time a straight dive play to the fullback or the upback. That's Schmidt on the carry.
And that's enough for a first down for the Indians.
Yes, they will give him 6 on the carry. And as you said, the first down.
Move those sticks, and that's really the key to the game, Jim, is keep moving the sticks.
Exactly. Right up the middle till Louisiana stops them, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not
pretty
broke,
much.
Not broke, don't fix it.
I think that's kind of how it started in the first half as well.
Here comes the blitz up the middle. Garland's going to keep it on the option, and that was a slow developing thing. Luck in there in the backfield. Tackle for a loss that time. Good play by Jordan that time. Loss of 3. Yeah, they're going to give him a loss of 3. As Garland really hasn't run it that much today. Just his third carry.
So we'll see if they want to try to air it out early here in the second half. It kind of took them a while before they put it in the air in the first half.
Keep an eye. This is about 5 yards shy of where they ran that reverse in the first half, so you got to keep an eye out for that. They'll send right out to the wide left, and they're going to hand it to Lay again. Not a lot of running room for him. As he may have got back to the line of scrimmage, 1, 2, 3, 4 Bulldogs in there. I think the first guy, Gavin Crabtree, on the tackle. Had some help from a number of his teammates. No gain on the carry.
Yeah, Louisiana's defense has really come out and shown that they've made some adjustments and reset their mindset in the locker room at halftime, and they're really shutting Van Far down here in this drive.
3rd and 13 from the Louisiana 48-yard line. Right will spread wide to the right this time, and they'll roll out and look to pass. Garland gets a pass away, right's in the open. He makes the catch. He got behind the defense, breaks a tackle, and he goes in for the touchdown. 48-yard pass from, who was it? Who made that catch? You got the instant replay, don't you?
Well, I do, but it's not ready.
I think it was right.
Number
it was
5?
Right. Yep, it was right again.
I do have that instant replay.
48 yards. Great pass, great catch.
I tell you what, that brings that score up to 21-12. Louisiana still in the lead here in the third.
And Van Far will go for 2. Nice pass that time, right on the money. The pressure got there just a shade late. And they'll hand it off to Lay, and he will go in for the 2-point conversion. So just like that, we've had an offensive explosion here in the second half. And with 5:48 to play in the third, 21-14, Louisiana still on top. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
This is Tracy Brookshire, Marketing Coordinator and Public Information Officer for Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice here in Missouri. We are doing our best to keep our community informed as much as possible regarding how the COVID-19 pandemic is affecting our county. Visit our dedicated COVID-19 page on our website at pikecountyhealth.org for resources, latest news, updated case counts, and a contact form for questions and concerns specifically related to the virus. Visit our website to subscribe to our PCHD e-news and be the first to know about any updates and resources we have to offer in our communications. Stay safe out there, Pike County. Your health is our priority, and together we will get through this concerning time.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
First completion of the game by Garland is a big one, a 48-yard touchdown pass to right. Makes it 21-14. Louisiana still on top. I don't think I've mentioned the kicker from Van Far. It's John Cleaver. And he'll pooch it into the middle, and it's going to be caught by Caps, and he's going to go down and cover it up. I don't understand that. Why don't they run with it?
Well,
any idea? Because he had 10 yards to go without anybody being
I'm just going to throw this out there. Caps is kind of more of a lineman, correct?
Yeah, he plays at the fullback. He'll run the ball out of
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Sometimes
both teams are doing it, though. They're just catching it
They
down.
just fall on it.
Kind of weird.
I'm a mom. I'm used to screaming at my kid, just fall on it.
So the Dogs will get it back on their own 39-yard line. Twins to the right, twins to the left. They'll hand it to Harrison. He tries to go up the middle, but somebody had him by the shirt tail.
Yeah, they did.
That was number 68, Easton McAfee. And Harrison will pick up, looks like about a yard on the carry. And it'll be second and a long 9 with 5:30 to play here in the third. Good football game here from Louisiana High School at homecoming. Glad to have you with us. Jim Ross, Marianne Everhart.
Again, we'll have a full recap of scores from action from around the area tonight on the scoreboard page at kjfmradio.com.
Single receiver to the left, single receiver, twins to the right, I should say. Manjara's going to drop back. He's under heavy pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Sacked all the way back at the 31-yard line. So a 9-yard loss on the sack. And Louisiana in trouble now as they're behind the sticks. It'll be third and about 16, maybe 17.
How about just third and very long?
It is that for sure. For sure. And a receiver comes out, hollers for some help. That was number 7, Sylvie, on the way out. Shepard comes in for him. They get the play off on time. And Jars on the slant to Shepard, and he is rocked. Made a nice catch, bounced right, popped right up.
Yeah.
Gain of about 4 on the reception.
And even more importantly, he held onto the ball.
That he did, but he took a big hit.
He did.
And it's 4th and 12, and it looks like Louisiana's going to punt it away. And it looks like Caps does the honors for the Dogs punting. Back deep. They've got 2 deep backs. Conaway, and who's that on the far side? Can't really tell who the number is. Might be Garland. I don't think so. Surely not. Caps' kick. It's a high kick, and it's going to be caught and fumbled on the right. It was Garland, and Louisiana's going to fall on it. Chapman down there as it went through Garland's hand. They had the quarterback back deep, and he couldn't corral it, and a huge turnover by Van Far. And Louisiana will have it deep in Van Far territory. Great punt that time by Caps. High and gave Louisiana time to get down there. And Chapman, Johnny on the spot on the fumble. And Louisiana gets it back on the 30-yard line of Van Far. Let's see if they can capitalize.
I was going to say, Jim, this is one of those times where you've got the momentum swinging in your favor. You really need to score on this one.
Low snap. Manjara is going to look. He's going to go deep right off the get-go, and he overthrows the intended receiver. I believe that maybe was Washington. Yep, it sure was.
By about 2 steps.
Too tall for him. They like to throw that same pattern, just run the fly, and or if you want to call it well, it's actually a fly pattern from that far out. I was calling it a fade earlier, but pass falls incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 10. So Coach Ryan, or Greg Pitzer, goes for the home run ball after the turnover. Now Majaras will carry it straight up the gut with some space. Breaks a tackle at the 25, down to the 20, inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line. So from the 30 to the 16, we'll give him 14. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 15. 15 yards on the carry from Majaras. And it's 1st and 10 from the Van Far 15, down to 3:23 in the third. 21-14, Louisiana on top. Majaras, same play up the middle. Not a lot of running room that time. Dominic Blackwell got him by the backside and spun him down.
It's pretty much met right there at the line, so they're going to have to try it again.
Yep, they're going to say no gain on the carry, and it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 15. As I do a little quick math. You don't know what that is,
I don't know
do
it,
you?
no.
Quick math.
No, I have no idea. If I don't have a calculator. I mean, you just don't want me to do math.
Twins to the right, twins to the left, out of the shotgun. Harrison in the backfield. They'll hand it to Harrison off right tackle. He's got some room. He breaks a tackle, and is he going to go in? He does. Wyatt Harrison right up the gut from 15 yards out, and he'll score the touchdown for Louisiana. They capitalize on the turnover by Van Far on the punt. And with 2:36 to play here in the third, man, we've had all kinds of scoring. Louisiana on top 27-14 with the extra point to come.
And I tell you, we mentioned that you want to score on that one, and that's exactly what Louisiana did after that, getting that momentum from the turnover.
Got to take advantage of that for sure. Caps lines it up. Good snap, and we've got a whistle and a flag. Harrison holds, I believe, on the extra point. And what are we going to do? The officials have gone to the microphones now. It's going to be offside on Van Far. Will they assess it on the kickoff? I'm not sure how they handle that in high school. Marking off half the distance of the goal doesn't do a whole lot of good.
No, it really doesn't. But
from the 3 to the 1.5, but now maybe Louisiana's going to decide to go for 2.
Yeah, say Van Far backed right on up, so.
And they are. They're going to change from the extra point, bring the offense back out since it's on the 1.5-yard line for Louisiana. Let's see if they want to run right up the gut or fake the handoff, and the defense jumps off sides again.
So another half distance of the goal.
Not a lot of yardage.
Nope, but it's still a little bit closer.
So let's see, what's that? 1.5-yard line, so it's at the 3/4-yard line. So that's a 3/4 penalty.
At this point, depending on who you have in as quarterback, you can almost just hand the ball across, just reach out across.
It's a mathematical certainty that if they continue to have penalties and only go half the distance of the goal, they will never score.
They will never score.
Isn't that crazy? Manjera's out of the shotgun. Let's see what they're going to do. They look at their hands or wrist. Caps is in the game as well. They're going to run it straight up the gut, and I think it was Manjara's, and he's in for the run. So with that, 2-point conversion, 2:36 to play in the third. Louisiana leads it over the Van Far Community R6, 29-14. This is the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Well, I just got a text from one of our fans and says replay is awesome.
Oh, well, I'm glad they enjoy it. We do have a final for you from Bowling Green. They got the win over Mark Twain 35-0.
35-0. So Bowling Green goes to 3-2 on the season, if I'm not mistaken.
And here at this one, Louisiana leads Van Far by the score of 28-14, still in the third quarter.
Luck to kick it away, and the mysteries of the kickoff returns will continue. This is going to be an onside kick. Van Far comes and touches it early, but recovers it nicely. Number 11, Tony Garland, the quarterback, made a nice play. And so with that onside kick, though, great field position for Van Far in Louisiana territory. I just don't understand not kicking it deep.
I don't really understand it myself.
Maybe they just don't think they can cover it. I don't know.
I don't know.
I have to have a chat with Coach Pitzer about that. Say, what's the methodology behind that?
While they're getting set, want to remind you, the Eagle 102 Game of the Week coverage this week brought to you by County Market in Vandalia, Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, along with Shelter Insurance, Frank Wallace, agent.
Out of the wing tee, Van Far, Garland under center. He's going to pitch it. Here comes that reverse to right. And there's a holding that didn't call. Wright's got some space. He's going to get tripped up, however, at about the 40. The cornerback, number 11, got held and spun around. And no flag on the play. But Wright, instead of going 45 yards like he did last time, they hold him down to about 7 this time. So good pursuit by the Dogs to corral that reverse. So it'll be 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line of Louisiana as we're under 2 minutes to play here in the third, of 1:55 to be exact. Garland on the straight dive play this time up the middle, nothing doing there.
Louisiana just literally dogpiled it on and stopped that. There was no motion there whatsoever, no forward motion whatsoever.
Schmidt on the carry. They might have given him a half a yard, so we'll give him a yard. And we'll call it 2nd and a long 2, or 3rd, I should say, and a long 2. Ball just between the 40 and 39-yard line of Louisiana. Will they run it up the middle again? They're all stacked in. They do split out right to the left this time. Straight dive play up the middle. Is that Lay? Nope, that was Schmidt again.
Either way, it's enough for another first down for Van Far.
He will pick up about 5 on that carry and does have the first down. So Van Far on the move after having great field position after the onside kick failed at the Louisiana 47-yard line. Garland, straight drop this time, looks to throw under pressure. He gets away from the pressure and scrambles back to near the line of scrimmage. Actually might have picked up a yard after that. He was in a peck of trouble as Caps came from the left linebacker position, and looks like they're going to mark it as no gain on the carry. So it'll be 2nd and 10 as we're down to 37 seconds. So unless it's an incomplete pass, this will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Same formation. He's going to roll to the left this time. Throws his arms, hit, and oh my goodness, right in the hands of Jordan Luck, and it falls incomplete. I don't know why people are falling and scrambling after the ball
I'm not
right
either.
now, because the ball went forward, so it was an incomplete pass as Garland was hit, and Jordan Luck, the big lineman.
He almost had it, didn't he?
Hands of stone, right?
Bless them linemen. Bless your hearts.
So it was incomplete. Could have been a big run back too, because Luck's got a little bit of speed. He used to play running back a couple years ago. So 18.4 seconds to play. It'll be 3rd and 10 to be exact for Van Far. 29-14, Louisiana on top. Both teams looking for their first win of the season. Wright will split out to the left this time, wing T to the right side. Garland will hand it to Lay. He tries to cut it back up inside. Not a whole lot of room there. He'll pick up a couple yards, it looks like. We'll have to check the mark. Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 36 or 7. Going to mark it at the 36, so they'll give him 3, and that's going to do it for the third quarter of action. Your score, the Louisiana Bulldogs 29, Van Far Community R6 14. Don't go away. The fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Cellular & Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular & Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
29-14, Jim Ross, Marion Eberhardt. We're about ready to start the fourth quarter here. It'll be fourth and about 7 for Van Far. They're on the Louisiana 31-yard line. Again, Louisiana leads it 29-14.
Tell you what, been a great game so far this evening. In case you're just joining us, Bowling Green beat Mark Twain by the score of 35-0.
They hand it up the middle to Lay, and he's going to be grabbed by the ankle. Who was in on that tackle? That was Capps, and he's going to be a yard short of the first down. Gets it down to about the 29-yard line, or let's see, that's not right. How about 26-yard line? So a gain of 5 for Lay, but he's short of the first down, and Louisiana will take over on downs here early in the fourth quarter. And now they'll want to try and sustain some sort of drive and burn up some clock if they can. Well, let's see if they want to run. Here's a blitz right up the middle, and nobody picked him up. They handed it off to Harrison, and he was hit immediately. The big linebacker up the middle was that I'm waiting for him to turn around so I can see his number. I think that was Schmidt. Nearly took it out of the quarterback's hands, actually. And Harrison's going to lose 3 on the carry, and it'll be 2nd and 13. Well, maybe a little screen play or something if they're going to do the blitzing thing. They're acting like they're coming again. And Jarez looks to the sideline, 12 on the play clock. They're going to check down to something else. Down to 8 on the play clock. Now they're ready to go. And Jarez takes the snap, going to run the option to the right, doesn't have anybody with him, is grabbed by the shoulder by Lay and drugged down, and another loss on the play. Back inside the 20, so Louisiana going backwards on this defensive possession. Loss of 3 there as well, and it'll be 3rd and 16.
So Louisiana just needs to find a way at this point just to move forward.
Yeah. It hasn't worked so well.
It hasn't worked. So that is your goal. Step 1, go forward.
Big thing is don't make a mistake and turn the ball over
Correct.
Here deep in your own end. Ball is back inside their own 20. Actually, the nose of the football might be touching the 20-yard line, and it's 3rd and 16.
And for Van Far, just need to keep holding strong.
Going to fake the handoff, and Manjara's going to keep it. He breaks the tackle out across the 30 to the 35, and he's going to be just shy of the first down, about 1.5 yards, maybe a yard short. So 15 on the carry for Manjara's, his 19th carry of the game. But he's short of the first down by 1 yard, maybe less. Will they go for it? Man, if they go for it and don't make it, this is a big deal.
This is.
For the Van Far Community R6 Indians, and Louisiana's looking like they're going to go for it. Offense is on the field. You've got Capps in the slot in the wing position with Harrison and Manjars in the backfield, of course. Single receivers on both sides. Manjars going to take it himself. Up the middle, there's a big crowd in the middle. Where are they going to mark it? He's not going to make it.
No, I tell you what, Van Far's defense really stepped up and held him there, and they're going to get that.
Holy moly.
They're going to get the ball back in great field position.
No gain on the carry, and Van Far's going to take over on downs. That'll be one to look back on.
So just like mentioned with Louisiana earlier, this is a nice momentum shift for Van Far. You're going to have to take advantage of this one and really need to get in the end zone.
That's a big gamble deep in your own territory. We'll see how it pans out. Van Far in business here, trailing 29-14 with 9:28 to play in the football game. It's been mostly the Bryson Lay show so far. Louisiana blitzes. They're able to pick it up as Garland rolls out. He's got some running room up the left sideline, cuts it inside, drops the football, and it's loose.
It looks like Van Far fell on it.
Looks like they
Oops,
did.
Yep, they got it back.
So a big gain on the play from the 35-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark it, and we got a flag on the play. A sideline warning or who knows, something crazy, I'm sure. Down to the 21-yard line. So a 14-yard gain on the carry by Garland. He was under heavy pressure and was able to get away from it and pick up the first down.
Tell you what, talk about taking something and making something out of nothing.
That was a sideline warning, one of the crazier rules they have in high school football.
And basically, I think if I saw it correctly, just telling the players to back up.
Kind of like kissing your sister, isn't it? Blitz comes up the middle, Lay gets the handoff, breaks the tackle now across the 40 or 20, I should say, tries to lean forward down to about the 16 and a half yard line. So we'll give him 3 on that carry. His 20th carry of the game, up to 112 yards on the ground for junior Bryson Lay. Clock continues to run. It's the friend of Louisiana right now, 8:47. They lead at 29-14, but Van Far on the move after they stopped a 4th and 1 from the Louisiana 30. A little misdirection play up the middle to Schmidt, and he is short of the touchdown. Inside the 1, though, I believe. Where are they going to mark it? Yep, they're going to mark it at the 1 yard line, so a 13-yard gain. It'll be 1st and goal for Van Far as Schmidt took it on a little misdirection play all the way to the goal line. So 1st and goal for the Indians.
I think Lay up the middle.
So I don't see why not.
Yeah, well, I guess off one of the tackles
or they
there.
might fake the handoff. Who knows? It's going to be Lay up the middle. You called it. From
And
1 yard
touchdown.
out, it's a touchdown. Bryson Lay, his 113th yard on the night, is a touchdown for Van Far with 8:22 to play in the game. So the gamble didn't work for Louisiana. And Lay able to convert the run for the touchdown.
So we're going to wait and see if Van Far is going to go for 2, or we're going to go for the...
I think they go for 2 on everything.
On
I
everything?
haven't seen any sign of a field goal kicker. Same formation we've seen all night, same play, and Lay is in. So the Lay run is good. And with 8:22 to play, we've got a football game. Louisiana 29, Van Far 22. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
8:22 to play in the game. A 1 yard run by Bryson Lay makes it a 1-score game.
It does.
29-22. Louisiana still on top. Big gamble as they went for it, 4th and 1 on their own 35-yard line and didn't make it. And Van Far converted it into a touchdown.
So we're going to see Brian onside kick again.
John Cleaver. Let's see where this kick's going. Louisiana's got everybody piled towards the middle. And that's exactly where it's going to go. And now they're going to catch it, and he kneels on it again. Oh, my goodness. He had another 10 yards. This is going to drive me absolutely nuts. If you're watching on video, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it doesn't matter who catches it. They do the same thing. They just kneel on it, and they've got room to run. Heck, if the linemen don't stay in their lane or the kickoff team doesn't stay in their lane, you break one tackle and you're gone for a touchdown. But nonetheless, Louisiana has it on their own 36. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. They faked the blitz, and
I tell you what, they jumped over that line there.
big number 56, Case Stafford. Actually, I think he was the one that went in and had the big tackle on Harrison earlier. I called it as Schmidt, but I think it was Harrison. Or check that Stafford. So he breaks the plane, and they'll mark off 5 yards. Another penalty on the Van Far Indians. That's just their 6th of the game.
And you talked about penalties in the pregame show on Keys to the Game, and that you're going to have to limit those.
So 8:18 to play. 1st and 5 for Louisiana. Same formation, trips to the right. They'll hand it off to Harrison up the middle with some space across the 50.
Oh, man.
He showed some speed, had one to beat.
Just one.
Good tackle that time. Was that Lay again? He seems to be everywhere.
He does.
And so a nice run that time of 14 yards by Harrison. And a first down into Van Far territory at the 46-yard line. Same formation.
Let it fly.
Now they're going to run it to the left. Harrison tries to get the outside. Does. Across the 40. Knocked out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. So another nice run by
Well, it looks like what's going to be
Mr. Harrison.
Going to be just short, what, about 3 yards short of the first down, 2 yards?
Wyatt Harrison. I keep wanting to call him Zach because Zach played basketball a couple years ago. But, yeah, 8-yard gain by Wyatt Harrison. And the Dogs are in business, 2nd and 2 from the Van Far 38-yard line. Harrison inching closer to the 100-yard mark on the ground himself. They look to the sideline. Now they're going to have to burn a timeout with play clock running down to 2 seconds. We'll step aside as well. Louisiana 29, Van Far 22, 7:23 to play in the game. Don't go away. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
7:23. Somebody's going to get their first win, Marianne.
They are. I tell you what, and it's been a great game, really, Jim.
It has been.
We expected that tonight. It's a great game for homecoming. It's a great night for area high school football, and I tell you what, I'm excited for one of these teams to pick up their first win of the evening or of the season.
29-22. Louisiana has that lead right now. They'll have it 2nd and 2 from the Van Far 38-yard line, and we've had a little bit of everything in this game. As one might expect. They'll send
the only thing we haven't had is a true interception.
Oh, my gosh. There it is.
There's the jinx.
The curse. The broadcaster's curse.
It's not free throws. I'm good.
Mark Froenig jinxed the baton twirler last week down at
Great. Good job, Mark.
Yeah. Down to 9 seconds on the play clock as they check out of that play. Manjera's out of the shotgun, twins to the left. He's going to run it to the left, cuts it inside. He's got some blocking. He'll get the first down, I believe. Pretty close to it. We'll see where they mark it. And they are going to give it to him. A gain of 2.
Good deal.
At the 36-yard line, first down for the Bulldogs. And they'll crank the clock. And it hadn't started. There it goes. Louisiana will take their time.
Burn as much clock as possible, right?
Absolutely. First downs and run clock. And hopefully you maybe end up with a score at the end. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. That's this time Harrison to the right of Manjars. They come with the blitz. Manjar's going to run. There's nobody outside. Can he get around the corner? He cuts it inside. He's at the 25, down to the 20, inside the 20, down to about the 16-yard line. Boy, when the blitz came, it opened up the outside. So he goes from this 36-yard line all the way down to the 16. So a 20-yard gain for Manjars. That puts him over 100 yards rushing. At 114, if my math is correct.
Well, I'm sure. There's no doubt in my mind that your math's not correct.
Kind of scary. So first down for Louisiana on the Van Far 16-yard line. Down to 6:50 to play in this game. As they crank the clock. Single receives of Washington way out to the left. Ball on the right hash. And Jaras looks to the sidelines. They're going to check out of it again. They are. Going to shift Harrison to the right. And Jaras, 6 on the play clock, takes a snap. Fakes the hand up. Nope, gives it to Harrison. Jukes and jives. Makes a nice little move inside. Gets across the 15 down to about the 13. Looks like they'll give him about 4 on the carry, maybe 5. We'll call it 4. And that puts Wyatt Harrison over 100 yards as well at 101 on the ground. So both guys that have carried the ball the bulk over 100 yards for Louisiana lay over 100 yards for Van Far. 2nd and 6. Clock continues to run. Ball on about the 13, and they're going to run Majaras around the right end, breaks a tackle, and we've got a flag, and that's going to be on Louisiana. 2 flags, actually. Must have been a bad one. Looked like the receiver maybe tackled the cornerback over there to spring.
Not sure you can do that.
Spring Majaras free. So the penalties that you need to stay away from. I haven't seen a preliminary signal yet, have you?
No, but Louisiana's walking it back.
Yeah, blocking the back is what the call is. So that's going to cost them from the spot of the foul. What is it? Is it a 15-yarder?
Almost looks like they're just giving a loss of downs.
No,
now they're walking it.
Marking it back from the spot. So, yeah, it goes all the way 15-yard penalty on that. Looks like they actually marked off 10. And so it'll be 2nd and 15 now for Louisiana. Ball all the way back on their own 22-yard line. Trips to the left. Now they bring Chapman in motion. He's going to try and break it outside, get to the corner, turns it upfield, gets out of bounds, and then tackled out of bounds. Do we have a late flag? I don't see a flag. They knock him out at about the 15-yard line. So a gain of 7 on the carry by Chapman, his 2nd carry of the game. 2nd time they've run that play. They had some really good success with that last week against Clompton, but Van Far's been all over it so far. So 3rd and 8 for Louisiana. Ball rests on the Van Far 16-yard line. We're down to 5. Well, they actually went out of bounds, so the clock stops at 5:25. As Louisiana looks at their armbands, gets the play from the sideline. 4-down territory here for sure for Louisiana. Trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. Manjars is going to run to the short side of the field. Turns it up to 10, to the 5. Touchdown. Manjars is in from 16 yards out for the Bulldogs. And they stretch their lead back to a 2-score lead on the nice run from 16 yards out by Luis Manjars at the 5:20 mark of the 4th quarter.
I tell you what, that was a nice play in there by the Bulldogs. They looked, they saw that open lane on the near side, took it, and that's all she wrote. And for the touchdown now for the extra point.
Caps in, Harrison to hold. Good snap, ball down, kick is blocked. And that'll kill that play. So with 5:20 to play in the game, Louisiana 35, Van Far 22. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week, homecoming at Louisiana from Eagle 102.
Your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs is still Mid-America Auto and Towing. They perform state inspections, run diagnostics, and specialize in brake repair. They do everything from preventative maintenance to engine repair and more. Mid-America will also guarantee the lowest prices on tires. Stop in, browse their pre-owned vehicles, and make sure to ask about their senior citizen and military discounts. Financing is available. To get a sneak peek of their inventory, visit MidAmericaAutoandTowing.com. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
35-22, 5:20 to play in the game. And let's see what kind of exciting kickoff we're going to have this time from Louisiana.
Somebody's excited in front of us.
I think they just had a 50-50 drawing or something.
Ah.
Some sort of drawing.
I don't know, Jim, but I have to tell you, I'm kind of enjoying seeing everybody out in front of us in their sweatshirts and hoodies and jackets, and it's finally really nice up here in the press box.
Yeah, you like this 50 to 60
I do.
degree. I'm kind of with you on there. I got to give it to you. Jordan Luck kicks it into the middle. It bounces once. It's picked up by one of the upbacks. He's going to run it back. Now, see, this is what they all should have done. Number 24, Braden Lay, picks it up about the 30-yard line and brings it all the way out to the 49. So what's that, 19-yard run back, longest run back of the game for sure. Now,
yeah.
Great field position again for Van Far.
I mean, you should pay attention. I mean, what's it, 2 weeks ago, Cooper Keel for Bowling Green got into the Mishnah books for one of the longest, the 19th.
90-yard kickoff return, yeah. So here comes Van Far out of the wing tee. It'll be Lay off left tackle this time. He breaks it outside, finds some space. He's going to pick up about 5, maybe 6 on the carry. Into Louisiana territory. Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 46-yard line, so they'll give him 5 on the carry. And that'll be 2nd and 5 with 4:50 to play in the game. Van Far with all their timeouts left. Not a concern at this point. They trail by 13, so a 2-score game for the Indians to take the lead. Now we've got a whistle, and they're going to have to burn one of those timeouts as we speak. 4:36 to play. Louisiana 35, Van Far Community R6 22. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Hi, I'm Keith Oakes, Director of Physical Therapy.
I'm Eric Schaefer. I work in physiotherapy.
And I choose Pike County Memorial Hospital.
And I choose Pike County Memorial Hospital.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose to work at Pike County Memorial Hospital. Choose a hospital where you're more than just a patient. You're our friend, family member, and neighbor. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
4:36 to play in the game, 36-22, Louisiana on top. We are in the
36?
fourth quarter. Did I say 36? 35.
Oh, don't screw me up here because you know my math's not good.
Well, I was looking at another score.
I understand.
I looked at what I read, and it came out of my mouth instead
I understand
of what I was
completely.
thinking. Sometimes my mouth and my brain don't connect.
Again, something I deal with on a momentary basis.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 for Van Far after the timeout from the Louisiana 46-yard line. They're going to run a sweep with the wingback, and he gets nowhere. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Gage Gibson on the carry. His first carry of the game for no yards, and Van Far's going to burn another timeout. So we'll step aside as well. 4:27 to play, 35-22, Louisiana. This is the High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home, insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
So out of the timeout, Garland's going to drop back to pass, throws it across the middle, and it's caught at about the 30-yard line by Wright. Nice pass and catch from the 46 to the 30. 16-yard pass and reception to his favorite receiver. And Van Far in business. And they're going to mark it actually at the 29-yard line, so a 17-yard pass and catch by the Indians. They'll hustle to the line of scrimmage. The clock is not their friend. They're going to roll out and pass again. Luck is after him, and he's got Garland on the sack. Jordan Luck tracks him down deep in the backfield all the way back to the 38, and Van Far's going to burn their final timeout. We'll keep it right here and sort this play out for you. Looks like they're going to mark it at about the well, they moved it forward. The forward progress always baffles me with these sacks. They move it up to the 36-yard line, so just a loss of 7 on the sack. But Jordan Luck was all over Garland on that play and makes it a 2nd and long for Van Far. Looks like 2nd and 17, obviously.
Quick scoring update. Gabriel Hill from Clopton-Ellsbury got on the scoreboard for the Indian Hawks. Right now, South Callaway leads Clopton 47-7.
South Callaway's, they've had a couple down years, but over the years, they've had a quality football program down there, and it looks like they maybe have their act together again. They took Monroe City to double overtime, first game of the year, if that gives you a feel of what kind of team they have this year. Monroe City, a perennial power in the CCC. So after the sack, 2nd and 17. Garland's going to drop back, look to pass again. Loads it up, throws it underneath, and it's caught. And now we've got a late flag that comes in. Dalton Bailey on the catch.
So saying the flag is in way back there, so.
It's going to be roughing the passer again, I think. That's be the second time Louisiana's done that. They got to understand you got to pull up. Will they take the penalty or will they take the play? Because it was a gain of 7, 10, 11 yards on the catch. That might have an automatic first down with it. It does. So they'll take the penalty. I'm not sure why they're marking it that far down the field. Not from the line of scrimmage?
Well.
Good grief. That's from the line of scrimmage, that's a 30-yard penalty.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That
have to get my
your official handbook back out.
Official buddy over here and say, what's that all about? Nonetheless, second roughing passer of the game has put Van Far in business down at the 10-yard line. They just outside the 10. They can get a first down. They run it straight up the gut. That is Lay on the carry. Looks like no gain. And it'll be 2nd and 10. They can get a first down. Looks like they've actually got the ball marked on about the 11-yard line. They're going to give him 1 on the carry, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Clock continues to run down to 3:20. Van Far out of timeouts. They hand it up the middle to Schmidt. This time he breaks a tackle, and he's going in. From 10 yards out, Garrett Schmidt with the touchdown. And we'll make it a one-score game again in this football game with 3:12 to play. This one's a long way from being over with, folks, so don't run away.
And again, you know, we talked about momentum shifts, and when you get that big penalty and move it, that you've got to take advantage.
I'm not sure how they marked that off. It was on the end of the play, maybe? Was it a personal foul? Looked like he said roughing the passer. They'll go for 2. Garland hands it off to Lay. Nothing doing there. So the run fails, and with 3:12 to play in the game, Louisiana 35, Van Far 28. You're listening to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MERC Mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile bank accounts from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Well, Van Far took advantage of the big roughing the passer penalty. Punched it in from 10 yards out on a run by Garrett Schmidt, and they've closed the gap to a 7-point deficit. They trail Louisiana 35-28 with 3:12 to play in the football game. So this one a long way from being over with, folks. The only thing that did develop during that drive is Van Far burned all of their timeouts, so they will not be able to stop the clock as we move forward here. Will they onside kick it? Will they pooch kick it? if Louisiana catches it, will they run with it? That's what I'm more interested in.
My guess would be no. So that should mean that they will.
Cleaver's going to kick it on the ground, takes a big hop and a second bounce, and then the back, that was Chapman. He did need to fall on that because he didn't have a good handle on it. And so he'll fall on it at the 35-yard line, and that's where Louisiana will take over with 3:11 to play in the football game.
So if you're just joining us, Bowling Green got the win tonight for their homecoming, 35-0 over Mark Twain. Last we heard just moments ago, South Callaway was leading Clopton Ellsbury 47-7.
So the biggest drive of the season for Louisiana right here. They need to burn some time and get some first downs. Manjar is going to take around right in, turns it upfield. Not a lot of room. Hit immediately by Stafford again. Out of his linebacker position, maybe a gain of 2. Looks like what they'll give Manjar. So it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 38-yard line. Clock runs down to 2:50. 40 seconds between the plays here in high school, if you're curious. Louisiana won't get in any hurry to run anything until about the 5-second mark, I would guess. They'll look sideline, maybe check off. They've got 2 receivers spread wide to the right on the wide side of the field.
They're definitely taking up the entire field.
Ball is on the left or the right hash. They are to the left. Manjars with twin receivers to the right. He'll hand it off up the middle to Harrison. He breaks a tackle at the 40, out to the 48, maybe 49. Looks like they'll mark it maybe at the 49. So a gain of 5 by Harrison. Or check that. Gain of 1. Let's see. Now I'm having math problems. Gain of 7.
See, I just wear off on you by sitting here.
You are rubbing off. 3rd and a short 1 from the 49-yard line. They've got to get just short of the 45-yard line for the first down. Ball's just short of the 44. Maybe I should have said 49. Manjars is going to take it. He'll run wide right. Turns it upfield, breaks a tackle, and he'll have the first down. Out near the midfield. See, well, they'll mark it. They're going to mark it at the 49, so a gain of 5 for Manjars. And a first down. Down to 129, and that may have just done the deal. They can maybe just run the clock out here with 2:40 seconds. That's 83. Yep, I think Louisiana just don't turn the football over, and you're going to get your first win of the year.
And what a game to have it for homecoming.
Do they have a victory formation? I don't believe they do. That means you got to get under center, right?
That is true.
So they're going to let the clock run down to 1, and Coach Greg Pitcher is going to call the second time out of the half. We'll step aside as well. 1:03 to play in the game. Louisiana with the ball on top, 35-28. Listen to the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
At Louisiana High School, as we're getting ready to round out this matchup this evening. It's been a good one. Jim Ross, Marion Everhart here with you this evening. Right now, Louisiana leads Van Far by the score of 35-28.
And they have it with 1:03 to play. Used their first timeout. Or check that second timeout of the second half. And I think they are going to go into a victory formation of some sort. Steckler Manjars, he's going to kneel down and going to lose 5 yards because they can't get under center. So that's going to hurt Manjars' stats, I should say. Loss of 5. So they're going to have to do that one more time and not fumble it. It's second and about 16. And they don't want to snap it until after 40 seconds. And it's down to 40 on the game clock so they can snap it when they wish. As Van Far cannot stop the clock. Snap is good. Manjaro is going to kneel down on it. Another loss of 5. So that's going to distort his stats a little bit. But Louisiana is going to come away with the win. They can let the clock run. It's down to 20. And the players do talk to each other. I don't think you're supposed to be shaking hands or any of that stuff, but they are going to get together. A good sportsmanship shown by Van Far and both clubs as we're still down, still letting the clock run. Down to 4, down to 3. And Greg Pitzer is going to get his first win as a head coach, and the Louisiana Bulldogs are going to win their first game of the year. Your final score, Louisiana 35, Van Far 28. The halftime show, or post-game show, I should say, is next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 post-game show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not your typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center and they'll be happy to work with you to get you back to operation as usual. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
This is Kyle Sugar, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
At Louisiana High School this evening, the Louisiana Bulldogs and head coach Gregory Pitzer pick up their first win of the season as they defeat the Van Far Community R6 Indians 35-28. And Jim Ross, what a game it was. Bulldogs came out, got a score early, then Van Far answered, and then it was just back and forth.
It was a good football game, evenly played. Both teams made a couple mistakes that were costly. One, a big turnover by Van Far after Louisiana had turned it over and given it to them. And then Louisiana with roughing the passer that took the ball down to the 10-yard line late in the game and allowed Van Far to score and make it a one-score game. But they were able to get a first down and ultimately run out the clock and get Greg Pitzer's first win of his high school head coaching career.
And what an exciting night it came on. It came for homecoming. That seems to always be a bigger win in the books for the players. They're down in the end zone celebrating with their coach. And I tell you what, it was a great game all the way around. And I think, Louisiana may have picked up a little bit of that confidence that they're needing, and hopefully they can carry that forward as they continue here as they're battling. As you mentioned in the pregame, this is their first season in the EMO conference. So not only did they get their first win, they got their first EMO conference win.
Yeah, big win for them, and disappointing loss for Van Far because they played their hearts out, but it just wasn't quite enough tonight. And things get tougher for Van Far next week as they have South Callaway, while Louisiana will have MMA at MMA. Really tough place to play, and you can't snooze on them this year. They beat Mark Twain last week, I believe.
Yeah, they did 23 to 20. They put up 23 points. They beat Mark Twain 23 to 8 or something.
You can't snooze on them. So let's take a look at the stats real quick for you. Louisiana rushed for 244 yards, threw it for 94. Manjaro's 8 for 13, through the air, no interceptions. Vanfar 241 yards rushing, 58 yards passing, 2 for 7, no interceptions for Garland as well. On the ground individually, Bryson Lay had a big night, 23 carries for 119 yards. Wright had 2 big carries in the game, or 1 big carry in the game on that reverse that put them in business early for 41 yards. That was the biggest run from scrimmage for either club, I believe. Looking at Louisiana individually, 27 carries for quarterback Luis Manjares for 127 yards. Wyatt Harrison, 16 carries, 108 yards, 94 yards passing for Manjares on, as I said, 5 or 8 for 13. Threw for 3 touchdowns and rushed for 1, did Luis Manjares. So he had quite a game for the Louisiana Bulldogs, and they get their first win of the season.
All right, let's take a break on the Eagle 102 postgame show. When we return, we'll have a recap of scores for you from other games going on in and around the area, and I will tell you that Clopton is trying to make a comeback in their game against South Callaway. We'll tell you more about it during the Abel's postgame show on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. I'm State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock, and I'm ready to help you save. Call me today at 573-754-5575, or visit us in Louisiana, just a block up from the river. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Well, we're going to take a look at some scores. First, locally, Bowling Green defeats Mark Twain 35-0. That's been over with for a while.
Yeah, that game went very quickly. And Clopton trying to make a comeback in South Callaway. In the fourth quarter alone, they've put up 3 TDs. Gabriel Hill has one, Tyler Coons has one, and right now South Callaway has a lead of 47-20. But all 20 points, I believe, have come here in the fourth quarter for the Indian Hawks.
Other games around the area, and an 8-man, the number 2 ranked North Shelby Raiders, they go down to defeat tonight to the North Andrew Cardinals, 44-20. Marceline beats Paris 46-24. South Shelby trailing Carrollton 35-26 late in that game. Marianne gave the Ellsbury score. Macon holds on to defeat Brookfield 22-20. Palmyra came back after trailing at half to beat Monroe City 30-20. Centralia puts it on Clark County. That's a little surprising, 44-6. Hannibal beats Mexico 34-13, and Troy Buchanan, they fall to Francis Howe 57-28. So there's our scores from around the area.
I want to remind you, we'll also have those for you on the Eagle 102 scoreboard on KJFMradio.com a little bit later this evening, plus a full recap of scores during Eagle 102 Sports tomorrow morning. We'll also try and keep you updated as the Louisiana Bulldog Invitational goes on tomorrow.
Mark likes to name a primetime player, so we should do the same.
You name that primetime player.
Yeah, we're going to give it to Luis Manjares. He had a heck of a game. He rushed 27 times for 127 yards. Through the air, he was 8 for 13 for 94 yards, threw for 3 touchdowns, and rushed for another. So congratulations to him. Big game for him, and the first win of the season for Louisiana. As Mary has given me these
I am giving you hand signals. I also want to thank our Game of the Week sponsors. Coverage tonight brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Lacrosse Lumber in Vandalia, Lynn's Heritage House, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, Shelter Insurance, Frank Wallace Agent, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, along with Penrod Real Estate and County Market in Vandalia.
That's going to do it for us tonight. We'll have a couple softball games next week for you. Then we'll be on the road. We might actually, before we get away next week, we'll be at Ellsbury, Clopton-Ellsbury. They'll host Montgomery County. Other games around the area, Bowling Green will travel to North Callaway. Louisiana's at MMA. Mark Twain is at Wright City, and Van Far is at South Callaway. Marianne, glad to have you with me tonight. It was fun game. That's going to do it from homecoming at Louisiana. Your final score, Louisiana 35, Van Far 28. This is Jim Ross saying so long until next week.
You've been listening to the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. Tune in next week for another exciting battle on the gridiron. The Eagle 102 Game of the Week, Friday, from your only on-air sports leader, KJFM, Eagle 102.